is a little different.
Is scheduled for one fall. I can't believe it. Coming down the aisle with Mr. Fuji from the Polynesian Islands, weighing 505 pounds, Yokozuna.
There he is, Yokozuna, the grand champion. Led to the ring by Mr. Fuji. This is going to be an extraordinary matchup, I believe. Yokozuna, a very, very impressive athlete. Perhaps, however, not a perfect athlete, as we saw a little bit earlier on.
You want to see Thanksgiving?
Hey, just take it easy, will you?
I'm going to do my job as a professional here. We'll regroup. This is just the beginning of the end. A lesser man would fall apart. I'm not going to let that happen to me.
Chill out, my goodness.
Get me some water, would you please?
And Mr. Fuji, with the Geisha girls here, escorting Yokozuna, presenting him with flowers. And Yokozuna, a sumo-style type wrestler, but undefeated thus far. He sort of has the ability to have it all, if you will. The American catch-can style, the karate, we've seen him use all the martial arts.
Look at the size of this man.
Very, very, very impressive. 505 pounds. Indeed, the pride of the rising sun, for sure. Mr. Fuji has perhaps outdone himself.
Fuji has a winner here.
No doubt about it. However, he really has not been tested, Yokozuna, that is. But he's got to be tested right about now.
Here's the test. This man can box, he can wrestle, he's in great shape. Let's see what you can do, Virgil. Don't even have a last name.
All right, yes! Tremendous ovation for Virgil. Virgil will be shucking and jiving, show, so to speak, no doubt. Oh, wait a minute, what's this? Instructions to Yokozuna.
Oh, look at that ceremonial
Look at
stance.
the girth, look at the size of this man. 505 pounds, that's awesome. However, what will he be able to do against Virgil?
Whatever he wants.
I doubt that. I doubt that. Whoa! Virgil is not going to be all upset over that. Oh, my goodness! Whoa! I can't believe Virgil would try him.
Better come up with another plan, Virgil.
No doubt about that.
It's not working.
You're not going to move 505 pounds.
Look at the thighs on this man.
He's awesome. Nice maneuver. That's what you're going to do with Yokozuna. Drop kick knocks him down. No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
He goes up again. Another drop kick. Down goes Virgil. Yokozuna with tremendous balance. 500 pounds, but all balance. Drop. Look at this. Over behind now, trying to get the big man down. And no. Virgil. Oh, my goodness. Ran into a back kick. Oh, what a thrust.
Oh.
Well, Virgil attempted to do just about everything he possibly could there to get the big man Yokozuna off his feet.
He is huge.
One of the things these sumo-style wrestlers possess, among many other great assets, is extraordinary balance. It's tough to get these men off their feet.
You think the Thigh Master would work on him?
I'm not so sure anything is going to work on him. Oh, my goodness.
Night-night, Virgil.
Suplex. Yokozuna.
You know, another thing, Fuji is teaching Yokozuna to be mean. Meaner than he's ever been in his life. Because you know what Fuji is capable of doing.
Indeed, unfortunately we do. Come on, Virgil, get up. Virgil with no quit in that physique for sure. No quit in that heart. Headbutt. Virgil having his problems. What do you do against a man this big? With that kind of balance.
You give up.
Virgil, that's what you do. You nail him in the chops. Virgil with another roundhouse right. Virgil rocking the big man. Virgil now backing up in a roundhouse right.
Oh, he got him good. He got him good.
He just about. He gave him everything he had there. Virgil trying to stay with the big man. Another chop by Yokozuna in. Oh, look at that.
Oh, took him for a little ride, didn't he?
He did indeed. What quickness there on the part of Yokozuna.
It's like the Hindenburg with a sidecar.
Oh, no!
Oh. Oh, did he hit him with a drumstick? Oh.
My goodness. That is impressive.
505 pounds.
I'm
Maybe
surprised.
even more after tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm surprised with the way this man can move. Oh, look at that! Virgil scoops him up, takes him. Oh, no. No, he didn't take him down.
No.
Yokozuna went right down on him. Oh, that was devastating.
I believe we have instant sushi here.
That was devastating. Quick thinking on the part of Yokozuna. And Virgil! Oh, my! Virgil just may have had it. I don't know. Yokozuna. What's going to happen here? Yokozuna going up to the second rope. That's 505 pounds. Down in the chest. Forget about it.
I think it's just cranberry sauce for Virgil tomorrow.
Well, this capacity crowd is in awe of the winner.
Yokozuna. The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the World Wrestling Federation Championship. Coming down the aisle with Mr. Fuji is the challenger, weighing 505 pounds, Yokozuna.
It would seem that the odds would be so much in the favor of that man.
Well, you know something funny? Just as Yokozuna walked out to the ring, the clouds have come over Caesars. That tells me something. That tells me the Hitman is in very, very serious trouble.
There's a black cloud, all right. The Hitman's already had a big day. Started by getting knocked out by the infamous now Narcissist. Earlier, yes he has.
I wonder if there's any damage done. Does he have a black eye, broken nose?
I don't know. I'll tell you one thing, Hulk Hogan had a bad day already too.
The odds makers here in Vegas have Yokozuna as the heavy favorite, we are told, for this championship event. And now let's listen to this ovation.
His opponent from Calgary, Alberta, Canada,
From one of the great sports families of our
the
time.
World Wrestling Federation Champion,
The Wrestling Hart family from Calgary, Alberta. And there's a Hitman. It has been a hellacious week for that young man, for the contract signing that we saw on television, to the altercation with Lex Luger this morning at the WrestleMania brunch. But he is here. He is ready to fight.
Let me tell you something about the Hitman. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. I got respect for the pink and black, and that's Bret the Hitman Hart, a World Wrestling Federation champion that everybody can be proud of. He's here, he's ready, and he's going against the toughest challenger possibly ever.
The fans here, 16,000 plus, pumped up and ready to go for this one. Whether you're watching it on pay-per-view around the world or listening to it on radio, what a moment it is now. The championship on the line. We're ready to get it on here.
Yokozuna has not once looked in any direction. He has focused on the moment. The moment is this. He can become a national hero in the country of Japan. He's not going to let this opportunity slip by.
What a matchup. That belt means so much to Bret the Hitman Hart. And watch this. I love when he does this. That's exactly right.
Oh, he's trying to buy fans.
No, he's not. He really means it, brother.
He's a great family man. He's a great athlete, no doubt about it. Well, you know, Bobby Aesop said, don't count your chickens before they hatch. He said that, I'm sure you know, in 550 BC.
Who's Aesop, the guy who was down the road from you?
No, it's Esau.
Yokozuna versus Bret the Hitman Hart. What's at stake? The World Wrestling Federation Championship belt. Brother, that's everything.
That is it. That's better than a World Series ring, better than a Super Bowl ring.
Guaranteed.
That is it. You've had it twice. You know what it's about.
I've had it twice, brother. It's the best that has happened, and this is it. Bret the Hitman, there it is. Respect. That's it. The people know it.
Aretha sung it. Bret Hart lives it every day of his life. One of 11 children. Born to Stu and Ellen Hart is that young man.
Second generation. His daddy is proud.
And you know, you
She
go back.
had 11 in the first litter?
Bobby, that was terrible.
What do you expect?
I'm not even going to dignify that with a
The
remark.
bell has rung. The match is underway. We've been waiting for it. This is it. WrestleMania 9.
Boy, look at that.
Unbelievable. What a view that is, huh?
Talk about the Thigh Master. Wow.
Talk about Bret Hart being a second-generation wrestler. His grandfather was a member of the 1912 U.S. Olympic team. So he comes from a long line of great competitors. The eclipse of execution. Running drop kick. Takes the big man back into the corner. Right hands. The champion starting out very quickly. Right up on the second rope and hammers away at the 505-pound challenger.
Look at that.
Frank Yokozuna shoved him right off the top, the second rope rather.
You know what strategy this is? He came right at Yokozuna.
Big shot by Yokozuna.
It's going to be an uphill climb, but if anybody can do it, the Hitman can.
Can't even get his hands around him.
Trying to go behind him.
Get his hands around him.
He tried.
He
That's the
tried.
important thing.
Oh, Yokozuna ran right through Hart with that tackle. Bret Hart tried to go behind Yokozuna, was successful there, but he couldn't put his arms around him to
Tell
waistline.
you what, Yokozuna doesn't want to win by a count out because he won't get the World Wrestling Federation Championship belt. I don't know if he's smart enough to realize it. Yes, he is. He's coming out after him.
Hart tried to come in the ring.
Hitman was coming in. You're right. It's going to take more than that to beat the Hitman.
Yokozuna
Aha!
kicking through the ropes, and Bret Hart trying Yokozuna's leg.
The whole place shook.
Hit him.
Down goes Yokozuna. Hart catapults over the
love
top
it.
rope, right in his face with a fist, right hands.
Cover him for a pin.
You can't. He's in the ropes. His foot's tangled up.
You're right. You're right.
Yes, I am right. I'm the brain.
Yokozuna, feet tied up on the between the second and bottom rope there.
That can tear your knee out real easy.
And with him in that position, Bret Hart really doing a number on it. Right off the ropes. Another high impact blow to the giant man from the Orient. And finally the referee is able to get Yokozuna out of those ropes. Bret Hart used the ropes for momentum, hit him with a clothesline, and it locks the big man.
The longer this match goes, it's more in favor of the Hitman.
Clothesline by Yokozuna. And when you get nailed by a 505-pound man, as we look at Mr. Fuji, the infamous manager of this individual, it is like getting hit. It's got to be like getting hit by a truck.
Let me tell you something. I know firsthand because I wrestled Yokozuna and he ran over me, and that's why he's the challenger for the championship belt. I'm honest. I'm telling you right now. But if anybody can do it, the pink and black, the Hitman can. Respect.
Tremendous slam by Yokozuna on the ropes, and oh my! Oh, he dropped that big, huge thigh and leg and posterior and whatever else hit him. Everything he's got, and Bret Hart has just been crushed underneath this man.
Hate to say it, you might be looking at the new World Wrestling Federation champion right there.
Man, I tell you, you gotta believe as Fuji waves the Japan flag, Japanese flag, nothing would make him more proud than to take the title right back to Japan. That's gonna make this Yokozuna a national hero.
And it's getting darker here at Caesars. The gods of Caesars know something, don't they?
Yokozuna could join the annals of Sadaharu Oh, the great all-time Japanese home run hitter in immortality by winning this championship.
This is it. This is the big one.
The sun is slowly setting on Bret the Hitman Hart.
Man, he's Hart on the canvas,
It's his
looking
own
up
fault.
at this huge man.
It's his own fault defending the title like he has, taking on all comers, defending it more than any champion. You got to be ready for the pick. The law of averages is against you. Sure, he's in great shape, but this man, 505 pounds, is totally awesome. He just can't be moved around.
Perhaps Macho Man, if Bret Hart can just survive and hang on and try to physically extend this big monster, maybe, just maybe, that might be the strategy that would allow him to retain the title.
Every split second that goes by is precious to the Hitman, no doubt.
Savage, when you were champion on 2 occasions, were you constantly aware of the time that had gone by in a match?
Never was.
You never were concerned about that.
Never was. I never faced a guy like Yokozuna before.
So you never concerned yourself with that. You figured you could just go out and beat him, right?
I had confidence. Every champion has had to have confidence to get to that point.
Well, he's going to need more than confidence here to beat Yokozuna.
You're right about that.
Martial arts right back in the throat there by Yokozuna. Irish whip. Bret Hart right to the corner, and you can hear the impact. Yokozuna tried to catch him in the corner, but Hart got the feet up. Hulk Hogan and the Hulkamaniacs. No doubt watching this one. Hart on the back of Yokozuna, and he took him down.
What a man.
Like he's riding a Brahma bull.
Cover him.
His Hart first lateral press, and he got a 2 count.
Almost pinned Yokozuna right there.
He almost did, but I don't think he can get the sharpshooter on Yokozuna. He's going to have to get a pin.
Yokozuna back up, and the martial arts kick. Oh, that's phenomenal flexibility for a 505-pound man.
Looks like he took his head off.
For any size man, Yokozuna he's just unbelievable. Look at him.
And he's not even breathing heavy. He's 505 pounds. He's been in the ring now over 10 minutes, and he's not breathing heavy.
Seems like he's got ice water in his veins.
Bret Hart trying
Rocky
to get back up to a vertical base. He must, if he can, distance himself, or either try to get this huge monster off his feet. And once again, that oriental nerve hole digging into the trapezius muscle of Bret Hart. Yokozuna's punishing the champion, and he's also making Hart carry some more of that weight, Macho Man.
I give the Hitman all kinds of credit right here. And just the fact that he's still in the ball game right here. Come on, Hitman. Listen to people.
Bret Hart.
Respect is what they're saying right there. Respect for the Hitman. I know about that. No, they're saying USA is what they're saying.
See how bright they are? The guy's from Canada, the other guy's from Japan.
Ooh! Martial arts thrust again to the throat. The hand extended into the neck. Throat area, Bret Hart, Irish whip, far side. This man, he's measuring Yokozuna on the far side. Here he comes. And he tried to splash him, but Hart moved out of the way. And Yokozuna got nothing but turnbuckle. Again, Hart on top. And he bulldogs Yokozuna down. Hart's on the second rope. His bulldog. The big man down. Lateral press.
Look at that.
Hart lateral press, but Yokozuna powered out.
Now Hart, if he's smart, he'll keep him down. That's the only way he's going to win it. He's got to keep Yokozuna on that
Hart
man.
knee drop off the second rope. Lateral press again. He got 2, but Yokozuna's so strong.
What an effort by the Hitman.
On the second rope is Bret Hart. Yokozuna walking in. Hart caught him with a clothesline that shook the big man from the Orient. And he got him this time down for the clothesline. The champion Bret Hart puts the challenger down.
But he's up again. And he's back on his feet.
Bret has quickened the pace here. He's moving, making the big man move. But no, Yokozuna hooks those legs.
The Hitman is a fighting champion
Hart
all the way.
Trying to hold on to the turnbuckle. He pulled the turnbuckle cover off.
I'll give credit to where credit is due. I thought Bret the Hitman would lay back. I thought he'd make Yokozuna run out of gas. Since the bell started, he's taking it right to him. And that's probably going to be...
No. Top turnbuckle.
All right.
Yokozuna goes face first into the exposed steel of the top turnbuckle. And Bret Hart now.
Sharpshooter.
He's going for the sharpshooter. He's going to try to hook the
We need
sharpshooter.
a miracle here, boy.
Can he do it?
No, he
The
can't.
size of this man's neck. Yes, he got it. He's got it. He's got it.
I don't believe it.
Bret Hart's got the sharpshooter on Yokozuna.
Look
A
at the
submission
Hitman.
move. He's got the sharpshooter.
He's better than the sharpshooter right now.
Mr.
Longer than
Fuji,
anyone.
Fuji, what's he doing?
Man,
He threw something right in his eyes, and the referee could not
the
see
ref
it.
did not see that.
Another illusion.
But,
That's a Bobby. That's
look at this.
Yokozuna hooks the leg.
We got a new champion.
Yokozuna's won the title.
We've got a new champion. Yokozuna's done it. Yes, he's a national champion now.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the World Wrestling Federation Championship. Coming down the aisle with Mr. Fuji is the challenger from the Polynesian Islands, weighing 550 pounds, Yokozuna.
You can you see, ladies and gentlemen, this is an event of international magnitude. Photographers from around the world, especially a large contingent from the Orient here, as they are documenting Yokozuna's every move they have, apparently for several days, as we have seen many, many photographers here in Dayton.
This is going to answer a lot of unanswered questions from WrestleMania 9. A lot of pressure on President Jack Tunney for what he did, but this is Yokozuna versus Hulk Hogan, and let the winner be the winner.
One thing, Brain, he's 550 pounds, bigger than he has ever been.
And I understand Hulk Hogan trimmed down so he can have more speed, more endurance. But I'll tell you something, Hogan's got to take him out early.
Why is that, Heenan?
Why is that?
Yeah.
Because the longer the match goes, I believe Yokozuna will have the advantage. He'll wear Hogan down. I think it's going to go that way.
A lot of...
One thing's for sure, Hogan will be quicker. He will be faster than he has ever been in any of his former title defenses. Of course, the Hulkster, a 5-time WWF champion, won his first WWF title in 1984.
This is going to be interesting because he's wrestling a fresh Yokozuna, not a man that has already had a 30-minute match with Bret the Hitman Hart.
Well, their last match lasted less than 30 seconds when Hogan won the title at WrestleMania, and he has not defended the title until this night.
I don't know why he did that, but his plan is his plan, whatever. This is the bottom line right here. When he comes down that aisle, this place is going to erupt.
And remember, the last time Yokozuna wrestled, he wrestled a 20-minute, 30-minute match to win the WWF title. That's when, uh-oh, here we go.
Listen to this.
He thrives on the Hulksters, the little Hulksters. This is what keeps that man going. For the 550 pounds of a man who has a different idea of what Hulk Hogan is all about.
You can feel this facility shake, literally moving, the rafters shaking with the ovation of the WWF champion, Hulk Hogan, as he comes up the steps and steps up on the apron.
Lean and mean.
You know, Hogan has only been in the ring with Yokozuna one other time, and that was for less than a minute, I think.
Look at this. He's telling the people he's going to slam Yokozuna.
Nobody slams Yokozuna.
We'll see.
Oh, Hulkster, ready for war. And you can bet, ladies and gentlemen, it will be warfare here.
If anybody can slam Yokozuna, Hulk Hogan can.
The red, white, and blue of Old Glory waving. The flag of the land of the rising sun being held by a stoic Mr. Fuji.
But what I'm noticing here is Hogan's relying on the fans. He wants to hear them cheer. He wants to draw strength from them. But Yokozuna is focused. He has not taken his eyes, him and Mr. Fuji, off Hulk Hogan. They are ready. They are ready, believe me.
Hogan wanted this match. He wanted it in the heartland of America. He wanted to win this one for the red, white, and blue, for the USA. And we're here in Dayton, Ohio, an all-American city. And this is going to be something.
Hulk Hogan wanted to prove that it was not a fluke that he beat this guy, Yokozuna. And now we're going to find out if it was or if it wasn't. Bottom line.
Hogan is lean and mean. He'll be quicker, as I said, and faster than he has ever been. His strategy, I'm sure, is very, very exact.
Some people feel that it was Bret the Hitman Hart that should have got the rematch against Hulk Hogan, but it was President Jack Tunney's decision for Hulk Hogan to go against Yokozuna, and I question that.
A lot of people wanted a Hitman to have the opportunity in this matchup, as you mentioned, Randy, as opposed to Yokozuna.
Exactly.
Not a popular decision indeed, but we are here. It is time. The match, the talking is over. The pre-match hype has ended.
Tell you, a lot of people's favorite colors in this building is yellow and red, but for me, it's the red, the white, and the blue.
You know, it's ironic that Hogan should be wearing
This
yellow.
is for the World Wrestling Federation Championship.
What a matchup.
All the marbles on the line.
Forget the NBA, forget the NFL, forget Major League Baseball. This is it, this is the gold. This is where you make the money. This is it. More recognized than anything, that WWF title.
This is going to answer those unanswered questions right now. Yokozuna, the mystique of him is unbelievable. Everywhere I go, they talk about him. They feel that he should possibly be the World Wrestling Federation champion, and I can't deny that they have substance to that. We'll find out right now.
You know, Hogan's a coward, and this time he's going to have to look Yokozuna right in
Hogan's
the...
a cat. How can you even say that?
Because he cheap
That's
shot him at
ludicrous.
WrestleMania. Now he's got to look him straight in the eyes. Let's see what you're made of, Hogan. You say your power lies right here in the palm of your hand. It better lie between your ears.
All right. You can cut the tension here with a knife. To coin an old cliche.
Talk about it being hot outside. It is boiling in here.
Oh!
Call an elbow tie-up.
Put him back about a half an inch.
He looks 50 pounds heavier.
Looks 100 pounds heavier.
Hogan conferring with his manager,
Why does
Jimmy
he have
Hart.
to prefer Jimmy Hart right there?
It's psychology. He's trying to throw Yokozuna off. Look at all the Japanese photographers. The last time I saw this many Japanese people was at Benihana's.
Yokozuna looks like he weighs about 4 times as much as Hulk Hogan.
Call an elbow tie-up. Neither man moving. And Yokozuna shows his
Look at the
superior
shot.
bulk and strength by putting Hogan down.
Hogan looks shocked.
Every time he throws Hogan down, he thinks he's throwing America to the ground.
A lot of pressure on Hulk Hogan right now.
Boy, is there ever. See, Hogan's a dummy, though. Hogan will go out and try to beat Yokozuna. He doesn't have to beat Yokozuna. Yokozuna has to beat him to become the champion.
Tremendous chop to the back of the head by Yokozuna. Those martial arts chops find their mark, and they take. Oh, wow, what a chop there! And they take their toll on the 5-time WWF champion.
For the World Wrestling Federation Championship belt, Yokozuna versus Hulk Hogan.
You know what it's about, Savage? You held the belt twice.
It's for
not easy.
everything. That's exactly right. Yokozuna's a former World Wrestling Federation champion, the shortest reign ever. Seconds.
Yokozuna with a methodical approach and the karate thrust right to the throat of the champion.
I'll tell you why Yokozuna's going to win this one.
Why is that?
There's no way Mr. Fuji and Yokozuna can go back to the Orient and lose face. They've got to win this one.
Clubbing blow, big overhand forearm from the 550-pound challenger. Yokozuna slams Hogan violently, and I must add, easily. He got him up, Randy Savage, and I wonder if Hogan, if anybody can slam, as you mentioned, Yokozuna, can it be Hulk Hogan?
If anybody can, Hulk Hogan can, I'll guarantee you that. He won't only do it for Hulk Hogan, he'll do it for the red, the white, and the blue. But we're not just talking body slamming, we're talking the belt.
I'll make it very simple. Triple H couldn't even pick up Yokozuna.
Straight karate thrust.
Mr. Fuji told me just about an hour ago in the back, he says, Mr. Heenan-san, Yokozuna will be WWF champion and hold the title and retire longer than any champion in the history of the WWF.
You can say anything, but you gotta prove it.
Well, Hogan's down. He's begging him to leave him alone right now. And Yokozuna's the one standing.
Hogan doesn't beg anybody.
Well, he's pleading then. I'm sorry.
Violent whip to the far side. Hogan in trouble here. Yokozuna, at a very methodical, a very deliberate pace with nothing but power. Another whip to the near side. Going left to right on your television screen.
This could be an early...
He could put it over, put it all right there. Hogan able to quickly move out of the way. Hogan straight right hand. Hogan rocking the challenger.
Whoa!
For the WWF title, but he can't knock him down.
I wonder if he'll try to slam him.
George Foreman could punch like that. He'd have won the fight.
Yokozuna might go through the ring. These people would pop, I'll guarantee you that. So would I.
Hogan with right hands as he's on the second rope.
He's biting him.
Hogan is biting Yokozuna.
Go ahead.
Everybody's resorting to everything tonight.
Hogan, can he whip him? Yes, he did.
Whoa.
Oh, and moved the ring. He followed it up with a clothesline. And it bounced off of Yokozuna. Hogan.
Oh, here we go.
Here we do it.
Hogan's trying to slam him.
He
but
couldn't get him.
He couldn't get him up. And Yokozuna clipped Hogan in the lower back with those huge arms.
He had time to slam him right there. He couldn't get him. I can't believe it.
Does anybody have any of those little bottles of Doan's back pills? I think Hogan needs them right now.
That did him more harm than good, guarantee you. But I'll tell you what, the pizzazz factor was there. He wanted to do it for his Hulkamaniacs, but he just couldn't do it.
Do it for yourself. Do it for your bank account. Forget the little punk Hulkamaniacs.
Irish whip, center of the ropes, far side. Yokozuna missed the clothesline. Hogan quickly turns and comes back with All-American right hands. And Hogan raked Yokozuna's eyes. A kick to the midsection.
Here we go.
Right, Hogan got up on one leg. Hogan said he was going to slam him, but thus far he got him up on one leg. Yokozuna blocked it again.
He's actually had 3 tries right there. The best he could do was get his left leg up in the air. I'm really watching that carefully. I got it under the microscope.
I'll tell you one thing. Hogan's a lot quicker than Yokozuna, but he's not as strong as Yokozuna. You can tell that.
Not very many people are.
Well, thank you very much, Savage.
The tremendous bulk that Yokozuna possesses. He's very hard to physically move around the ring to upset his balance points. And again, Yokozuna almost in a scary, methodical, almost a trance-like situation. Irish whip coming right at us here. He missed that clothesline. He missed the elbow there. And Hogan caught in the clothesline. He rocked the big man. He's got him rocked. And again, Yokozuna staggers.
One more of those, he could go down.
Hogan comes off the ropes, and Yokozuna countered it, and he nailed Hogan, and he put the champion down.
See, Yokozuna uses his size and strength to his advantage. Obviously, he's standing, and the Hulkster is kissing Matt.
Yokozuna goes this way, and Hogan saved his title, you gotta think, by moving out of the way. That's 550 pounds coming down at you.
Hogan's got Yokozuna off his feet. Right now, we're even up. Let's see if the cream rises to the top for which guy.
Jimmy Hart telling Hogan, you can do it, trying to give him some encouragement. It's amazing. The Hulk Hogan taking that punishment. And these people here in the Nutter Center.
Sure, Jimmy Hart doesn't want to lose his meal ticket.
Helping Hogan emotionally get back to his feet. Hogan staggers. Big tackle, and he ran. It's like running right into a tree.
Did not move, Yokozuna. It's like running into Mount Fuji.
Hulk Hogan had the momentum, and he went down. Unbelievable. You're talking about knocking down a big man. Hulk Hogan is a big man.
Somebody told me once, when you run into Yokozuna, it feels like he's running into you.
Watch this.
Bear hug. A very painful, a very basic maneuver.
And remember, Hogan trimmed down for this match. So Yokozuna can really wrap his arms around him and make a breakfast cereal out of his ribs. Snap, crackle, and pop.
We'll find out if being lean and mean is a mistake for Hulk Hogan or if he should have went the other way. Right now, I think he looks pretty good, but he's in a bad spot right now.
In a very bad situation.
Yokozuna, that bear hug. Those huge arms wrapped around the lower back of Hulk Hogan. Squeezing and squeezing with all he has.
So far, the managers on the outside of the ring have been a non-factor, and that's the way it should be.
Well, a good manager right now would turn the referee around and have a conversation with him while Hogan jams a thumb in his eye. But no, he's above that, right? Wrong.
He already put a thumb in his eye earlier in the match, Heenan.
Hogan's got to counter. Some way, somehow, he has to counter. He's trying to get his arms inside the arms of Yokozuna. But if he does, what's he going to do then? Does he have enough strength and power left to get the big man off his feet?
And look at Fuji, he's waving the old rising sun. He's waving that flag. He's giving power to Yokozuna.
At least Hulk Hogan got the turn quarter way around, but I don't know if that did him any good or
It
not.
won't. That's worse. That's worse. That's when you can crack the ribs.
Might have made a mistake.
When Yokozuna slaps that bear hug on, the best thing to do is try to get one arm in there so you got some breathing room. He's in a very bad predicament now.
Listen to these people rumble.
They're rumbling. USA, USA. Can they put some life back into Hogan? Can they help the Hulkster get out of this predicament that he is in?
It's the heartbeat of America. You're listening to it. and it's saying red, white, and blue, Dayton, Ohio. This is where Hulk Hogan wanted to go against Yokozuna. He's got it. Now let's get the job done.
This should have been held on neutral ground, someplace like Yokohama, Osaka, something like that.
You gotta believe that in living rooms all over America, all over the world, fans watching on pay-per-view are solidly behind Hulk Hogan. And Hogan,
still in there.
He is still fighting. Straight right hand, right to the face of Yokozuna. He's got to cause some separation. He almost has it.
I'm surprised Hogan still rear back and punch after being in that bear hug. Uh-oh, he's hurt. He's hurt.
Hogan's back is injured. His lower back is got to really be hurting now.
Tell you what, I can't believe he got out of that bear hug.
Oh, elbow right to the face. Again, the mass and the bulk of the 550-pound challenger puts Hulk Hogan down.
I'd like to see Hulk Hogan just get some breathing air right now and just level it out one more time against Yokozuna. I hate to see this momentum stay this way.
Look at this.
Yokozuna over. Belly-to-belly suplex.
That's it.
That might be it.
It is over. The fat lady's gonna sing.
I've been in that.
Hulkamania may be over right there. Lateral press. Oh, Hogan.
He kicked out with authority.
Hogan showed.
Fuji cannot believe it.
And Hart, the Hulkster.
He hulked up.
The Hulkster back up on his knees.
It's the power of Hulkamania. Can you feel it?
Don't let the United States of America, don't let Dayton, Ohio, and don't let the Hulkster intimidate you. Stay on him, Yokozuna.
Say goodbye to Yokozuna, Heenan.
Hulkamania is alive and well in Dayton, Ohio. The Hulkster is up and ready to fight.
Whoa! Look at those eyes.
Big right hand. Hogan reaching down, and he's got to reach down farther than he's ever reached before. A big kicking right in the face, but Yokozuna did not go down. He was rocked, but he didn't go down.
Give him another one.
Another whip, another kick, and again, the challenger.
He got him
not
good.
go down.
I can't believe it.
Two kicks to the face.
Look at Hogan's
go
face.
down.
Look at Hogan's face right there. He can't believe it either.
Him not going down, I believe, has taken the fight and the adrenaline out of Hulk Hogan.
Not yet, Heenan. Give him another.
Three big kicks right to the face.
He's up. He's still up.
He
Yeah.
falls.
Say goodnight to Yokozuna.
Hogan, and there comes the leg drop.
You don't get up for this.
1, 2, oh my God.
I can't believe it.
Kicked out of his leg.
Nobody gets up
Hogan
from that.
can't believe it. And Fuji's knocked off the apron. Yokozuna kicked out of Hogan's leg drop.
Can't believe it. Never before has anybody done that.
Hogan, the photographer, they gotta get that photographer down. He shouldn't be up on the apron. That's a dangerous place to be.
Well, these pictures are so...
Oh my God.
What was that?
His camera exploded.
What the-
Right in Hogan's face. His camera exploded in Hogan's face. Yokozuna drops a leg on Hogan. Yokozuna, the leg hook.
2,
Yokozuna.
we got a new champion. We got a new champion.
What the hell happened?
Obviously, his camera exploded.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's go to Howard Finkel for the official decision.
The winner of this bout and new World Wrestling Federation champion, Yokozuna.
This contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the World Wrestling Federation.
All right, yes, indeed it is. And we thank you very much, Todd Pettengill, for that very special report. Yes, if you're traveling, get there early and safely. Make sure wherever it is you're going that the Survivor Series will be presented Wednesday night when you get there. 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock for you folks out on the West Coast. It is live from the Boston Garden, and it will involve this mammoth individual, Bobby the Brain Heenan, Yokozuna. But will Yokozuna come to the Survivor Series this Wednesday night as the WWF champion? We're about ready to find out.
You know something, McMahon? You're doing that purposely just to rub it into me, to upset me. You know how Fuji and I are tight, and James E. Cornette and everything, and how much I hope Yoko retains the title. Now you're just trying to rub it in.
Bobby Heenan, I got to say, you really don't look well.
I don't feel well.
This is going to be, ladies and gentlemen, the rematch from WrestleMania. Yes, indeed. You don't want to miss this one because the Hitman Bret Hart is just about ready to hit that ring, and we'll be back as we continue with the championship. We're back, ladies and gentlemen, with more of the Sunday Night Showdown right here on USA exclusively. And the WWF Championship up for grabs. The champion Yokozuna in the ring, and now, here he comes! Here comes the former World Wrestling Federation champion! Take a look at him, Bobby Heenan!
Oh, you can smell the electricity in the building. You can just feel it. They're behind Bret the Hitman Hart. But he's got a big task, McMahon. He has to beat Yokozuna. Yokozuna does not have to beat him. If he can just stay with him for the time limit, that's fine. I hope Bret the Hitman's ready. I hope he's sharp, because he's going to have to be to beat Yokozuna.
Did you say sharp as in sharpshooter? The hold of the hit? No, yes, you did. The hold, I remind you, that he had on Yokozuna when they last met before Mr. Fuji threw salt in the eyes of the Hitman Bret Hart. Will we see the sharpshooter again tonight on the USA Network?
Or will you see salt tonight? Who knows?
And look at those eyes, if you would. Yokozuna sort of nonplussed about this whole thing to the outside. The Hitman going through a ritual, ladies and gentlemen. He has done so many, many times before. And one youngster, a very, very happy young man out there. And plenty of fans here. What?
He's just trying to buy a fan.
Buy a fan, please. The Hitman Bret Hart embarrassing Yokozuna. You will recall, Bobby Heenan, earlier this weekend in the Bret IRS matchup. Yokozuna was drop kicking. Look at this. Right back with the right hand. So that's the way it's going to start now. Bret Hart with a series of right hands. He doesn't respect Yokozuna at all. I'm surprised with these tactics.
I'm surprised about Yokozuna. How'd he let Bret Hart jump him?
That's what you are. You look sick. And a flying body. Boom. Just like that. Oh, no. Yokozuna coming out the rope and Hitman Bret Hart rolling out of the way. Yokozuna, his massive carcass. Drop kicking Yoko to the outside. All the way. Yes, but on his feet.
He's all right. He's all right. He's regrouping.
What a matchup this is going. Oh, look at that. No. He had no idea where he was. He just ran right into the ring post.
He doesn't seem focused for some reason. Did you notice that?
Well, he better get focused on it because this is for all the marbles. The Hitman Bret Hart, one of the long-time favorites here in the World Wrestling Federation.
The last thing you want to do is lose the WWF title and go into Survivor Series with that kind of a loss on your record. No, you don't want that to happen at all.
It's all about momentum. It's all about the pay-per-view this Wednesday night. Will Yokozuna lead the Foreign Fanatics as the WWF champion, or will the Hitman lead his entire family as he regains the World Wrestling Federation Championship in the Family Feud matchup this Wednesday night?
Well, just think the incentive Bret Hart would have going to SummerSlam Survivor Series.
You are
so excited.
Yeah.
He could go in there as the WWF champion and think what he could do to Shawn Michaels with all the Hearts behind him and the 3 nights. He could take the mask off all those nights.
And just who, Bobby Heenan, are the Knights? Who is Shawn Michaels?
I did find out who they are.
All right, since history's being made here tonight on USA, tell us.
Okay, the 3 Knights originally, I was flabbergasted. I couldn't believe those were the 3 men, but they're out now. Shawn Michaels has selected his own Knights, and you're not going to believe who they are.
All right. Who are they?
Well, I'm not at liberty to tell you right now. I've sworn secrecy.
Look at this. Oh, my. The Hitman Bret Hart with a right hand and another one. Very aggressive tactics taken here on the part of the Hitman Bret Hart. And why not? I mean, Bret Hart is risking disqualification here. But nonetheless, you're going to have to take a chance. If you're going to defeat, look at this all the way up to the top now. The sleeper hold. Can he put the big man down? Yokozuna tipping the scale way over the 500-pound mark. You've got to stay away from Yokozuna's girth. The Hitman Bret Hart, I'm surprised, having some success here. Well, the success, oh, my goodness. My goodness, the Hitman Bret Hart just could be the WWF Superstar of the Year, although right now, as you are continuing to cast your votes, I don't think the Hitman feels much like a superstar.
Am I allowed write-ins?
I beg your pardon?
Am I allowed write-ins?
No, there are no write-ins, Bobby Heenan. You're not even on the list. The Hitman Bret Hart having his problems. You might suspect he would. But one thing about Bret Hart, through the years, ladies and gentlemen, and that's really the way that you measure a champion, is through the years. Through the years, the Hitman Bret Hart has been a tag team champion here in the WWF more than once, has been an Intercontinental champion more than once here in the WWF, and has been World Wrestling Federation champion as well. You just can't keep him down. Notwithstanding the Hitman Bret Hart's magnificent performance as the last undisputed, if you would, king of the ring, Bobby Heenan.
Well, I'll tell you something about the Hitman. You can pound on him all day, and it seems the longer the match goes, the more he wants to come back and fight you. He's not going to punch it out with Yokozuna. He's got to get him down that mat to wrestle him. That's what happened at WrestleMania. He tried to stay on his feet with him. You got to get him down.
And down goes the Hitman Bret Hart. You wonder what kind of a match, unquestionably a different, completely different type of a match we will see this Wednesday night with the Hitman Bret Hart. In the tag team elimination process, Shawn Michaels leading his team against the Hitman Bret Hart. Leading his whole family, the Family Feud matchup. You remember what happened at last year's Survivor Series between Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart, do you not?
Well, yeah, well, no, refresh my memory.
Refresh your memory. Well, it was the Hitman Bret Hart who, to a certain extent, dominated the matchup against Shawn Michaels.
He certainly did, and Shawn Michaels couldn't defeat him. It was a fluke.
What do you mean, a fluke?
It was a fluke.
Well, Shawn Michaels certainly has not forgotten that defeat last year at the Survivor Series. He has vowed revenge against the whole Hart family. So it continues to be a family feud. This matchup, ladies and gentlemen, will continue. And look out, come on! Come on, ref, get in there!
It's a love tap.
A what?
A love tap.
We'll be back as this matchup continues.
Don't feel good.
The showdown continues, ladies and gentlemen. Vince McMahon, Bobby the Brain Heenan calling the matchup. The World Wrestling Federation title up for grabs, and the Hitman Bret Hart turning things around, trying to build some momentum in this all-important matchup. Yokozuna is rocked.
Come on, Fuji. Do something. Well, he's got to get control of his man.
Fuji did something
he's down
for the
on one
break. You
knee.
saw what Fuji did. Oh, no. Come on, ref, turn around. Please forget Mr. Fuji if you can. Let's pay attention to what's going on right here.
I believe Bret Hart fainted.
You believe he what?
Well, he just went down like a rock.
Yeah, right. Yokozuna and the Hitman Bret Hart both see action at the Survivor Series this Wednesday night, but they'll see action in tag team fashion. They are not going to meet each other, no. It's Yokozuna leading the Foreign Fanatics against the All-Americans. It's the Hitman Bret Hart leading his whole family in the Family Feud matchup against Shawn Michaels and the Knights. And you wonder, as Bobby Heenan was stating before, just who are these Knights? You also wonder, Bobby Heenan, what kind of condition Bruce and Keith Hart are going to be in, because we have never seen them in action here in the WWF.
Well, my sources tell me they've been up in Calgary spying, and they've been in the dungeon. They've been down there with Stu. They brought in people from the Orient. They're getting ready for this Survivor Series.
And the Hitman Bret Hart, I don't believe, ladies and gentlemen, you can look it up in the record book, I don't believe Bret Hart has ever surrendered in submission in a matchup. And I don't think he's going to start here, no matter how much pressure Yokozuna puts on him.
You know, that's amazing you say that, because I know the times I've spent in Canada, the Hart family, especially Stu, they're known as quitters.
They're known as what?
Quitters. Now, everyone in Canada knows that the Hart family are a bunch of quitters. They're gutless people.
I would certainly beg to differ with that point of view.
Well, you don't have to beg.
The Hitman Bret Hart, ladies and gentlemen.
Come on, Yoko, get him around the gizzard there. Rip off a drumstick. Give me a wing.
We apologize to Stu and Helen Hart for that travesty that we saw earlier on, allegedly on Rio's Roundup, where we went to, again, allegedly the house of Mr. and Mrs. Hart. Right now, speaking of the house is rocking. The Hitman Bret Hart. Oh, no. You're not going to move that man. You're not going to move Yokozuna that way. To the outside. Bret Hart. Come on, ref. Keep an eye on Mr. Fuji. Keep an eye on Yokozuna as well. The Hitman Bret Hart, who has been hurled to the outside. Uh-oh. No. Yokozuna to the outside now. Coming over to Bret Hart. What's going to happen?
I smell cranberry sauce.
No, a block, and yes, down to the steps. Yokozuna.
Come on.
Ram down into the steel steps. And Bobby Heenan, you're looking more peaked as this match progresses.
Come
Mr.
on.
Fuji. watching in disbelief from the outside. And look at this. Oh, no. And the Hitman Bret Hart on the receiving end of another chop by Yokozuna. This mammoth Polynesian, the WWF champion. Oh, come on. No!
Have a seat.
Oh, no! Yokozuna striking the Hitman, and the official did not see that. I can't believe that.
It shows you how important it is to be WWF champion. Yokozuna will do anything.
No! Across the back of the head. You can bet Jack Tunney, president of the WWF, is going to take action against Yokozuna for those horrible tactics. Please don't let this matchup end on a count out.
Count, ref, count. 1, 2,
Ruby back as the match resumes.
8, 10. It's over.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're sorry. We apologize for the action you missed during the break, but back into the ring now. There was no count out. This matchup has continued somehow. Bret Hart had the presence of mind to get back into the ring before the count out.
He barely made it. He was crawling like a beaten man.
It doesn't matter. He made it. That's all that matters. He's still in the matchup, and he still has a chance to regain the World Wrestling Federation Championship. Look at this. Where does Bret Hart get it? What reserve? The Hitman continuing to hammer away, but Yokozuna will not go down. Look at that.
Looks like Bret's got a little more with his punches.
Yes, Yokozuna's rocking.
Oh, no, I don't like this.
Yokozuna, drop, no. Yokozuna moving out of the way of the drop kick and down again. Yes, Mr. Fuji giving direction to Yokozuna. What a matchup this has been. Yokozuna! Oh!
That's it. That's it. Oh, I feel better now.
Unbelievable, the carcass of Yokozuna dropping down on the forehead of Bret Hart. And the Hitman Bret Hart suffering the consequences. The official just may stop the match right now. Nonetheless, a gallant effort on the part of Bret Hart. Bret Hart gave it his all, ladies and gentlemen, as he does every single time he enters the ring.
Don't waste time, Fuji. Get him over there. He's got to get the pin.
Yokozuna taking his very merry time getting
Too
back
much
over.
time. Too much time.
Bret Hart.
Forget the humanoids. Get him.
Bret Hart is recovering. Yokozuna distracted by the American flag.
Come
He
on,
knows he
Yoko.
will lead his foreign fanatics against the All-Americans this Wednesday. He's distracted. Yokozuna is not focused. You brought that earlier on to our attention, Bobby Heenan. Yokozuna doesn't even seem focused now.
I think he's had his bell rung. I think he's had his proverbial bell rung.
Bret Hart for the buckle. Bret Hart now with a handful of hair. Oh, Hart right now. Look at this, a blatant chokehold.
Yoko's got to get him down, lay on him, and get those cobwebs out of his head.
Yokozuna, ladies and gentlemen, perhaps not himself here on the showdown. Will he be himself this Wednesday at Survivor Series? Bret Hart to the buckle.
I don't see after a match like this how anybody's going to feel good.
Oh no, look out. This could look at his face. Here comes the charging Yokozuna. Bret Hart moves out of the way. And that had to take something out of Yokozuna. Bret Hart with a right hand. Again, walking Yokozuna. A series of forearms and right hands. A clothesline. Bret Hart with another clothesline, yes.
Oh, come on, Yoko.
And another one. And down goes Yokozuna. 1 count, yes. No. Mr. Fuji. Oh, Mr. Fuji tagged again. He has no business being on the apron.
Fuji wasn't in the ring. He's the manager of the
He
WWF
had no
champion.
business. He was trying to interfere.
If he was interfering, he'd be in the ring.
The official allowing a lot of bending of the rules here. He wants to see a decided victor. And oh no!
Now fall forward. Fall forward. Oh, he's biting his ear.
Yokozuna having difficulty, and so is the Hitman Bret Hart. What an unbelievable matchup, as you brought out earlier, Bobby Heenan. Neither individual will perhaps ever be the same, but they certainly will not have recuperated by this Wednesday Survivor Series. No way.
Well, Survivor Series means you have to survive.
Oh, right in the kisser.
Oh,
right in the kisser. Bret Hart, look at this. That's Bulldogs, the WWF champion down in the canvas.
He looks like he could be out.
Bret Hart, presence of mind to roll the champion over, to cover the champion. 2 and 3. No.
Did he hit 3?
No. Almost. What does Bret Hart have to do to defeat Yokozuna against all odds? Finally, Bret Hart getting his opportunity from WrestleMania. Finally, the rematch.
This is it. I got a hunch this is it. No.
Bret Hart did not hook the leg there.
I don't think you can hook the drumstick on this bird. I mean, hook the leg on the Yokozuna.
Bret Hart suffering the consequences of everything he has attempted to do and has done against Yokozuna. This is a brutal matchup here.
When's the last time you saw Yokozuna and Bret Hart totally exhausted like they are? Look at this.
It has taken a tremendous toll on each individual from a physical, mental, and certainly emotional standpoint. Listen to these fans.
Come on, Yoko, get him. Get him from behind.
All right, Bret Hart. Underneath the roundhouse, Bret Hart. Oh, no.
That's it. We have a winner.
Yokozuna is not covering Bret Hart.
He doesn't know where he's at, I'm telling you.
Yokozuna again, ladies and gentlemen. We all have bad days and nights, and this is not one of Yokozuna's better ones, I don't believe. Why didn't he cover Bret Hart right there?
I don't know, I'm not in the ring. Don't ask me, go ask him.
Yokozuna, look at the size of Yokozuna, and unfortunately, Bret Hart appears to be totally...
Cover him, Yoko! Cover him!
Yokozuna now, coming off the rope. Yokozuna! No!
He waited too long, way too long.
Bret Hart was setting up Yokozuna. Bret Hart took a chance to set up Yokozuna. Now, all you have to do is roll him over. No, he's going for it. He's going for it.
No,
he's going for the sharpshooter.
He won't get it on him,
He's going for the same hold, ladies and gentlemen. He had on Yokozuna.
No
one can withstand this hold.
No.
And it's almost cinched in.
Oh my God, he's got it on him.
Yes. Come on, Bret. Yes, it's cinched in.
Fuji, something.
The Hitman Bret Hart has just defeated Yokozuna. I heard him. Yokozuna just said, I surrender.
You didn't hear nothing.
Yes, I did. Here comes Owen Hart for the celebration.
This must be it.
Hey, wait a minute. The official's outside with Owen Hart. What's he doing out there, Fuji now?
Walk for him,
Fuji, no. Look at this. Owen Hart's on the outside with the official. And I believe there was a submission. I believe Bret Hart just became the World Wrestling Federation champion. And I believe Mr. Fuji just crowned him, all right. You can't blame Owen Hart. You can't blame him for going and attacking Yokozuna. And out there with Fuji as well. Go ahead.
Come on, referee, let's get some law and order in there, huh?
Owen Hart with that bucket that Fuji used on his brother.
Let's see what happens.
That is the time, ladies and gentlemen. And look, there's the former
You're not the ring
WWF
announcer.
champion. Yokozuna and Mr. Fuji on the outside.
I told you, McMahon, I don't feel well. I told you something was going to happen. You wouldn't listen to me. No one would.
Outside interference by Owen Hart.
What?
The winner by disqualification and still World Wrestling
Well, he didn't
Federation
give up there.
champion.
Bret Hart, Yokozuna did not give up there.
I could have sworn I heard Yokozuna surrender. Owen Hart must have heard it as well whilst we have come down to ringside to celebrate.
It shows you how dumb the Harts are.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is for the World Wrestling Federation Championship. And it is the casket match. In this contest, pinfalls do not count. There is no disqualification, no countout, and no submission. The only way to win is to stuff your opponent in the casket and close the lid.
And take a look, ladies and gentlemen, who's headed to the square circle.
Coming down the aisle with Mr. Fuji.
And we're ready for action. Vince McMahon here along with the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. We'd like to thank our partners, Jim Ross and Gorilla Monsoon, for that tremendous call during the Intercontinental title matchup. But this is for the big one, Ted DiBiase.
This is for the big one, Vince McMahon, and I still say that Yokozuna
He's going to rest in peace. That's what you're
No,
saying,
I'm
right?
saying that he's at an unfair advantage. He slid
We
one
are
in on him.
live, ladies and gentlemen, from Providence, Rhode Island. 1994 WWF Royal Rumble. We certainly hope you have enjoyed the WWF pay-per-view presentation thus far. Someone will rest in peace in this matchup. I believe this is the first time the title Ted DiBiase has ever been defended in this manner.
I think so too, McMahon, and I think it better be the last time. It's unheard of. It is unheard of. It sounds to me like The Undertaker and Paul Bearer snuck this in under the carpet because they knew, well, this is Undertaker's match. He's never lost one of these matches before, so he's having his match, his pet match, to try and win the title. Now, is that fair? Tell me, do you think that's fair?
Well, I certainly think it's fair. There's no question it's fair. Yokozuna signed the contract. I mean, let's face it. Jim Cornette tried to put in the fine print. This was a one-time only matchup. He was successful there. Yes, it is only one time. However, Paul Bearer, a little sharper than Jim Cornette. He threw in another fine print, another clause in the contract that said it was a casket match. Here we go! Ladies and gentlemen,
And challenger, being led down the aisle
double deep by double wire
from Death Valley, weighing
President's Capacity Crown. Paul Bearer with the iron on top of the double wide, double deep. No, look at this.
Look at the shadow coming in from behind. Look at that.
That is a phenom. Rest in peace, Yokozuna.
No, McMahon, I can't say that I like this at all. Yokozuna is obviously terrified of that casket, and I have to sympathize with him because I have to tell you, I'm not scared of too many things, but I'm not too fond of caskets myself. But I can see where this may turn into an advantage for Yokozuna. He's been backed into a corner like a caged animal, and I'll tell you what I would do. If I was that frightened of something, I would do everything in my power, no matter what it was, to make sure I didn't end up in that casket. And that is what Yokozuna's going to have to do, and that's got to be what he's thinking.
Yokozuna thus far overwhelmed by just the mere presence of The Undertaker. Overwhelmed. Many of you recall the Survivor Series when Yokozuna gave The Undertaker the Banzai drop, and The Undertaker survived. What does Yokozuna have to do in this no-holds-barred type of matchup to win?
He survived the Banzai drop, McMahon, but this match is no DQ, no countout, no pinfall, no submission. Can he survive 2 Banzai drops, 3, 4? Because that's what Yokozuna's got to be thinking. I don't think that The Undertaker could survive that many Banzai drops.
Yokozuna cowering in the corner. Will the fear of this match bring out the best or the worst in Yokozuna? He could turn into a 600-pound mountain of jellyfish.
Well, all of the marbles are definitely on the line. You might say the buck stops here, McMahon, because there's no submission, no pinfall, no countout. There's only one way to leave the ring. You either leave with the belt or you leave in that box.
Yokozuna. Yokozuna challenging The Undertaker. Yokozuna out in the middle of the ring challenging The Undertaker. Look at The Undertaker face to face they are. And Yokozuna backs off. He blinks first. A little nod of the head by Yokozuna.
He may be terrified of that box, but he's not afraid of The Undertaker.
Yokozuna charging. The Undertaker ducking out of the way. A thrust by The Undertaker. Undertaker rope to rope. A clothesline. Yokozuna's right to the top of the matchup. Off again. Under the clothesline. The Undertaker clearly the aggressor. Off the rope, flip through, way up high. Down goes Yokozuna. Another thrust. And to the outside. Yokozuna on his feet. Wobbly. Oh, he ran right into the ring post.
Yeah, McMahon, but it took a lot to get him off his feet, and it's going to take an awful lot to stop him. This thing's just getting started.
Yokozuna can't believe. Oh, making Yokozuna back into the ring. There is no escape from The Undertaker. Whether it's in the ring or out of the ring, The Undertaker will be there. The Undertaker winding up. Huge Yokozuna. The Undertaker going up now. No one using the ropes as well as The Undertaker. Unbelievable balance possessed by The Undertaker. And from the top down across the back of the neck and shoulder. Undertaker with momentum. No, missing with the roundhouse clothesline, and The Undertaker on the outside, but on his feet. Yokozuna spinning out. Where's he going? Oh, come on. Yokozuna trying to find an equalizer. No disqualification in this matchup. The Undertaker takes the chair away from him. Look at this. Oh! Oh, no! On the top of the head. Wow. No disqualification. I remind you, this is not a normal matchup. You don't see this every day. And The Undertaker. All right.
And I have a feeling, McMahon, it's going to get a lot more brutal. Neither one of these men are going to go down very easy.
Yokozuna going for the equalizer first. And The Undertaker, wait a minute. There's a whole handful of salt. Oh, no. Right into the eyes of The Undertaker. And that could stop him.
No disqualification, no count out, no pinfall.
Both men are pulling out all stops in the casket matchup. Now to steel steps again, The Undertaker. Oh, now another chair. Down up.
Both of these men, they want to be the champion. Neither one of them want to be buried.
Yokozuna wondering whether or not that will stop The Undertaker. And again, that time with the back of the head. Will anything stop The Undertaker? Look at this. The Undertaker coming back up. After that, headbutt by Yokozuna.
Coming back up, McMahon, but how many times can he come up?
I don't know. Oh, goodness.
Yokozuna's already had a taste of being the World Wrestling Federation champion, and once you've tasted that, you're going to pull out off the stops. He wants it real bad. He wants to get it back. He wants to keep it in his corner.
Yokozuna shoving The Undertaker back in the ring. Yokozuna himself now on the apron, taking his time. The Undertaker appears to be dazed. Mr. Fuji waving the flag, and Yokozuna with a clothesline. Jim Cornette, the official American spokesperson for Yokozuna. Listen to this capacity crowd. They're trying to get him in the box. They're trying to get him in the box.
There he goes. There he goes. Could it be over this too?
Here we go. Lift the lid up. The Undertaker goes in the box first. Yokozuna wins a championship. Look at this. No, the Undertaker's standing up. He's in, but he's not all the way in.
Get him in there. Get him in there.
You can't close it on him. You have to get him. Oh, no. By the ankle.
It's not over yet. Unbelievable.
A thrust by the Undertaker. Yokozuna hammering away with the Undertaker. Blow for blow. Look at this.
Toe to toe. This is getting brutal, McMahon.
And a block. Look at the belly. Oh, the belly suplex. And the Undertaker sits up.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Yokozuna goes up and down. Have you ever seen anything like this before? Yoko, set up, reversal, Undertaker off the rope, and Yokozuna is unconscious.
They're both down, McMahon. Both of them are down.
Paul Bear raises the end. The Undertaker sits right back out.
I don't get it, McMahon. What is it about that urn? What is it about that urn that makes this man get up time after time after time?
Here we go. The Undertaker gives a signal. The lid has been opened on the casket. And now this huge behemoth champion Yokozuna shoved into the casket.
This could be it.
Yes, that's
Could be it.
Close the lid. Close it up tight. This one's over. The Undertaker now. Outside.
No.
And the lid comes down. No, it doesn't. Wait a minute. What's Crush doing out there?
Remember, McMahon, no disqualification. Anything goes.
You have to close the casket. You have to close the casket and put the lock on it to be victorious. Crush has no business being in there, and the Undertaker is wiping Crush out.
But you have to admit, McMahon, that's a great game plan. It's another member of Fuji's forces.
Wait a minute.
And here comes another.
There's Kabuki. Kabuki. The third Kabuki trying to take the legs out of the Undertaker. Going up Florida. There's Tenryu.
Here comes.
Mr. Fuji has sent Tenryu and Kabuki in to do the Undertaker. Oh, my double clothesline.
I've got to hand it to the Undertaker. He's standing pretty tall right now, and it's not over.
That's going to be shot. No, wait a minute. Bam Bam Bigelow's in there. Yokozuna is still in the casket.
Obviously, Fuji's pulled out all stops. Because when you tell Mr. Fuji no disqualification, you've got to expect this to happen.
Yes, but what will it take to stop the Undertaker? Look at this. Yokozuna's out.
I've never seen anything like it, McMahon. He can't stand up very much longer. He just can't.
And Mr. Fuji has the urn. Look at that. Mr. Fuji stole the urn. He stole the urn from Paul Bear. The Undertaker's going in the casket.
They're going to get him, McMahon.
Yokozuna's still in there.
They're going to get him.
Yokozuna making his move to get out. He's coming back around. Meanwhile, wait a minute. Look at this.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Paul Bear has the urn back. Paul Bear has the urn in his possession.
I don't know, McMahon. You know what I'm saying? It's not over till it's over, though.
Look at this. The power of the urn. The Undertaker.
I can't believe he's back on his feet.
The Undertaker's going to bury them all.
Unbelievable.
The Undertaker.
Absolutely unbelievable.
Wait a minute. Adam Bomb is in
There we go.
Oh, no. And the Undertaker ducks. Bam, bam, with a bucket. Look at this. No disqualification. Anything goes.
I've never
But
seen
no one
anything like it.
expected this. There's Double J, Jeff Jarrett coming in.
He can't possibly fight them all off.
The Undertaker is fighting everybody else.
How many are in there with him, McMahon? What is that? 10 men, one man. He can't last much longer. It's impossible.
The Undertaker against all odds, and Yokozuna ready to wait a minute, there's Samu and Fatu as well. Oh, come on.
Unbelievable.
The Undertaker is finally down. Look at this.
This could be it, McMahon. I can't see where he could possibly get back up now.
Wait a minute there. Paul Bear with the urn. But the Undertaker just sat up. The Undertaker is standing on his feet.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
How many men will it take? Wait a minute, there's Diesel in there. And finally, the Undertaker beaten down.
They got him.
The Undertaker's in the coffin. He's in the casket.
They've got him in there, McMahon. This could be it. I think it's all over now.
We're trying to close it down on him. shot. No, here he comes again. Here he comes again.
I don't believe it. I just don't believe it.
Nothing will deny The Undertaker his victory. Nothing. Diesel is all over The Undertaker from behind. Look at this. They're all over The Undertaker. Wait a minute. Oh, no. Yokozuna has stolen the urn. Yokozuna with the power of The Undertaker.
He's made a valiant effort, McMahon, but
And he just nailed The Undertaker. Yokozuna put a huge dent. Oh, wait a minute.
What is that? What is that?
I don't know, but I can't believe this.
I've never seen that happen before.
It would appear as though the power of the urn is escaping. And perhaps that means that The Undertaker's power is leaving him as well. Look at this.
Every one of them. Every one of them delivering a blow. Look at this, Bam Bam Bigelow going up.
From the top, down.
300 pounds plus. He can't possibly get up now, McMahon.
Samu, Fatu, look at this. Oh.
He's had it now. He's had it now. There's no possible way that he can get up now, McMahon. This one's over.
Yokozuna directing traffic.
Beautiful. That is beautiful. What a game plan. I gotta take my hat off to Fuji.
The Undertaker is not moving. There are approximately 10 men in there. And they're trying to get The Undertaker in.
This has got to be it.
And The Undertaker, ladies and gentlemen, is not moving. Men are outside around the casket. Look at Yokozuna.
The Undertaker built this casket himself. What I think he's just done, he built himself an extra large house.
That's it.
There's the lock. That's it. He's locked him in there.
Yokozuna is still the World Wrestling Federation champion, but he didn't do it on his own. He had 10 men, I believe. I can't believe this game planning. The Undertaker locked inside the casket.
The Undertaker and Paul Bearer made a very big mistake when they accepted a match. No rules, no pinfall, no disqualification.
And look what they're doing. They're bringing the casket back with them as a trophy.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest.
Welcome everyone to Monday Night Raw. Vince McMahon here along with Harvey Wippleman, and take a look at this. Take a look who's headed to the ring. The one and the only. Yes, he is Hall of Fame bound. Indeed, he could be WWF Championship bound once again. The enthusiasm, the support for this man. The Macho Man, Randy Savage. You can feel a certain electricity in the air here tonight. The Macho Man, Randy Savage, could upset WrestleMania, could turn it upside down, and be wearing the WWF title.
But Vince McMahon,
Yeah!
don't you realize something? That right now, this could be Randy Savage's final match. Randy Savage could be moments away from being carried from the ring back to the dressing room after Yokozuna Banzai drops him into oblivion right here.
That could happen as well. Anything can happen in the WWF, and especially on Monday Night Raw. A look of intensity on the face of the Macho Man Randy Savage. He is ready for this matchup. He is injury-free and ready. Oh, wait a minute. Let's take a look at this now.
To be escorted to ringside by Mr. Fuji.
Look at the girth walking behind Mr. Fuji.
Where's Jim Cornette?
That's an excellent question. Jim Cornette, perhaps back in the dressing room area. Something may be up here because Cornette is not at ringside. Nonetheless, if in fact Cornette chooses not to show his face at ringside, all the more pluses for the Macho Man Randy Savage. A little discussion here by Mr. Fuji. Yokozuna tipping the scales at 568 pounds. Unbelievable. Many would say the most awesome WWF champion, perhaps of all time.
Not only the most awesome Vince McMahon, but the most devastating WWF champion of all time. He's been champion for a year now, am I not right?
Indeed, and no one gets up after being bonsai dropped, that's for sure.
That includes
Yokozuna.
Randy Savage. That includes the Macho Man right here in this squared circle.
They would include anyone. Number of Patriots on the outside indeed, as Randy Savage growing even more impatient as Yokozuna plays the waiting game here. Yokozuna with psychological tactics making Randy Savage wait, and Savage doesn't like to wait for anything. The Macho Man is intense.
Look at Yokozuna. You talk about intensity. That's intensity right there. That's the most
He's
devastating
stalling.
man.
Look at this, he's stalling. Wait for Randy Savage. Randy Savage attacking from behind. Savage with quick left jab. Randy Savage even before Yokozuna take his robe off. Savage taking it to the champion. Savage setting up the big 568-pounder. Reversal coming off the ropes. Twisting it around now. It's right. Oh, no. Did you see that?
Yes, I did. That's what Randy Savage gets for
Look
cheating.
out! No! Yokozuna was going to plant the elbow. Savage quickly out of the way. And again, Randy Savage now on the attack. Savage, a series of clotheslines. Going for the third one right straight through Yokozuna. Down he goes. Yokozuna, cover, cover wrap, cover. 2, 3.
No way. Not at this point. Randy Savage is trying to beat Yokozuna right away. I don't think he can do it. He tried, he cheated, he jumped him before the bell even sounded. But look,
Randy Savage down on the canvas now. Yokozuna can turn the match around in the blink of an eye.
and he's done it, Vince McMahon. He's done it right here.
Yokozuna. A headbutt from high above, and Randy Savage being slowed down. That's what Yokozuna has to do to the Macho Man Randy Savage. He has to slow him down. If this, in fact, turns into Macho Man Randy Savage's type of a match, if Savage is able to get around that ring and use all of the ring to his advantage, he unquestionably could win the title. Look at this. Come on, ref, get in there.
Well, Vince McMahon, I don't see anything wrong with fighting fire with fire. You see, Randy Savage started this match off. He set the tone by cheating, by jumping Yokozuna before the bell sounded. Well, right there, that's just tit for tat.
Yokozuna objecting to this capacity crowd with the USA chant. And Yokozuna knows full well that this crowd can indeed help the Macho Man in his effort. Oh, Savage blinded and thought the official there was Yokozuna.
Vince McMahon, he was looking for a way out. That's all it was. Looking for a disqualification where he wouldn't have to suffer
no,
anymore.
Not at all. Randy Savage can take the punishment. He's proven that time and time again. Savage with a block. A hard right hand and another one. Randy Savage now. Just like that again. Turns it right back around. Oh, my goodness.
Now, Vince McMahon, personally, I would have to question Jim Cornette and Mr. Fuji's managerial acumen for signing a championship match against Randy Savage this close to WrestleMania.
I'd have to agree with that. Yokozuna meeting the Macho Man Randy Savage, and the sweat beginning to profusely pour off the face of this 568-pounder. And again, that's not where you want to be with Yokozuna. You do not want to be down on that canvas. Yokozuna can use all of his weight to his advantage then.
It's
Randy
obvious
Savage.
by watching this match that Yokozuna's not afraid of any man. He's not afraid of the Macho Man. He's not afraid of Lex Luger. He's not afraid of Bret Hart. I feel like he fears no man. Vince
Oh,
McMahon.
yes, look at that. Down to the canvas. This match likely to get out of hand. Randy Savage with nothing to lose. Savage taking it to Yokozuna. Savage guaranteed victory just last week.
I wouldn't buy a piece of land from Randy Savage. I wouldn't buy any of his guarantees either, Vince McMahon. Look at Yokozuna. I'd say he's had 85% of this match so far.
Big power slam by Yokozuna. Yokozuna coming off the rope and boom!
Oh, my.
And again, Savage moving out of the way. Savage playing possum, now drives a high knee through the ropes to the outside. Yokozuna. Randy Savage now with an opportunity to win this thing. Oh, wait a minute, Mr. Fuji was up on the apron, no longer.
There was no call for that. No, where's the disqualification?
Randy Savage going at a top rope. Randy Savage, wait a minute, there's Jim Cornette. What's he doing there? Savage down from up above. Yokozuna to the railing. Randy Savage back in the ring. Jim Cornette is up, but look at this. Savage missing.
Too smart. Too smart.
I've got a good feeling about this match. I think Macho Man Randy Savage is going to be the WWF champion. We'll be back to find out. Stay with us. Welcome back to our Monday Night Raw. Vince McMahon and Harvey Wippleman with you. And ladies and gentlemen, during the break, Macho Man Randy Savage has been in and out of the ring in an attempt to get this huge 568-pound champion back into the ring, because you cannot win the title if Yokozuna is counted out or disqualified. You must pin the champion or make him submit. And Savage has been doing everything he possibly can to get Yokozuna back in the ring. Savage again, back to the outside. Here he comes again.
Well, Vince, I think that Mr. Fuji and Jim Cornette's strategy was very simple. They wanted to finish Randy Savage quickly. They don't want to get into an endurance match with Randy Savage, because obviously he's better qualified in that situation. But I think that plan has gone by the wayside now.
Cornette distracts Savage, and Savage is going to go after Cornette, blocked by the... Doing it from behind. From behind, Yokozuna attacks.
That was obviously plan B right there. That wasn't a cheap shot, that was strategy. That was plan B. The endurance match, well, they are going to go the distance now, I can see that. So that was plan B.
I would suggest we're likely to see a lot of plans out here. You can bet Macho Man Randy Savage has some alternate plans as well. We're only 3 weeks away from WrestleMania. Will it be Yokozuna defending the WWF title at WrestleMania, or will it be the Macho Man Randy Savage defending the WWF title? Oh no, look at this. Oh my goodness. Why didn't it still step behind the official's back? Yokozuna rams him down in there again.
Look at him, he's finished, Vince McMahon. He's finished, I can see right here. This is the beginning of the end for Randy Savage in this particular contest.
Yokozuna refused to enter the ring. Randy Savage trying to get the big champion back in, but now Yokozuna, thanks to Jim Cornette, his official American spokesperson, turned this match around for Yokozuna.
Well, Vince McMahon, Randy Savage tried to assault Jim Cornette earlier. He successfully assaulted Mr. Fuji, so anything they do to him is completely justified, if you want my opinion.
Fuji, the official manager. Cornette, the spokesperson. And Savage hammering away to the huge girth. Now upstairs on Yokozuna. Look at the return. Savage is back on his feet. The slugfest ensuing here on Monday Night Raw. Quick left jab, taking it toe now on Yokozuna. Randy Savage with a hard right. Yokozuna's rock. Savage coming now off the rope. No, he's going to the outside. Savage, high risk maneuver. Savage all the way to the top. Patented Randy Savage down to the back of the head. Yokozuna still on his feet. No, down on his knees now. This is going to be the moment for Randy Savage. Yes, the pinnacle of his career. Cover. 1, 2, 3.
Kick out, kick out.
Savage coming ever so close just moments ago to doing what he wants to do. Wear the gold. It's his passion of life to be the WWF champion once again.
All Randy Savage dished out. All it took was one big shot from the champion to put him right back down the canvas where he belongs. Like I said.
Oh, wait a minute. Yes, 1, 2, yes.
No, no, no.
Randy Savage again with a near fall on Yokozuna. Nothing will stop Randy Savage in his quest to be the WWF champion. He's determined to go to WrestleMania as the champion. You can bet, looking on, Lex Luger and the Hitman Bret Hart. And you wonder, if you're Lex Luger or the Hitman, would you rather face Yokozuna or would you rather face the Macho Man Randy Savage?
I would say at this point, they'd be smart to want to face Macho Man Randy Savage, because look at the beating he's taking. He'll never be the same after this match. Look at him right there. He can't even stand up on his own 2 feet, Vince McMahon.
That remains to be seen. Randy Savage with a never-say-die attitude. Randy Savage, ladies and gentlemen, who has been 2-time WWF champion, here tonight on Monday Night Raw, has the opportunity for the 3-peat, and he's going for it for all the gusto.
You know, you talk about Randy Savage's tenacity and intensity and intestinal fortitude, but I think the reason he's in the ring is because he doesn't have enough common sense to be afraid of the champion.
Randy Savage afraid of no man, and Yokozuna now using desperate tactics. Yokozuna starting to run out of gas. And if you're Yokozuna, you have to be wondering to yourself, what do I have to do to get Savage out of contention? Maybe this is it. Here we go. Yokozuna cranks it up. A locomotive headed. Oh, no.
That's it. That's all she wrote.
Well, nonetheless, a gallant effort on the part of one of the greats, one of the all-time greats in the WWF. Savage swapping in the corner. Yokozuna should be moving in on Macho Man Randy Savage, but he's out of gas. Yokozuna has been taken to the limit himself. Yoko finally back over now. He grabs Savage by the ankles. Here we go with a bonsai drop. No, wait a minute. No, what's he doing? Putting him out in the middle of the ring. What's going on here?
It's obvious he's making an example out of the Macho Man Randy Savage. He knows Lex Luger's watching. He knows Bret the Hitman Hart is watching. He wants to make good and sure they realize exactly what he's capable of doing in the ring.
Fuji with some instruction here, and Randy Savage is just about done. Yokozuna, look out, here it comes, and no!
I can't believe it! I can't believe it! That must have been instinct, basic instinct right there. He certainly didn't have the mental capacity.
Wait a minute, Cornette is instructing the official. What's going on now? Cornette has the official by the collar. Oh, wait a minute. No, don't do that. Behind the official's back. Fuji giving Yokozuna an Oakwood bucket. Yokozuna coming over. Sets up Savage. No, it's blocked. Randy Savage blocks it. Savage took it away to the midsection. Savage just nails Yokozuna.
What a cheap shot.
Yes, covering Randy Savage. Cover that man.
Get up,
All you
Yokozuna.
gotta do is put your arm across his chest. Covering.
That would be a cheap victory for Randy Savage to take that route. That would be a cheap victory.
Poetic justice here if Savage can win the gold. Just turn over Randy Savage, please.
Come on, Cornette, get your man up.
Listen to this
Get your man
capacity
up.
crowd.
I think it's going to be a double count out right here.
Come on, Savage starting to stir. Savage exhausted. Savage has been beaten from pillar to post, but he won't give up. And Savage is getting out. Savage is getting out. Yoko's still out. The collar war. 1,
Kick out.
2, 3. Oh.
He kicked out.
Oh. Randy Savage a moment ago. So wait a minute. Savage nailing Cornette. Now nothing will stop him. Nothing is going to stop the Macho Man. You can feel it. He's going to be champion again. Randy Savage in the top rope. Randy Savage getting ready. His moment of glory. Yes. Elbow. Wait a minute. Crush. Crush is coming in. No, look at this. A blatant disqualification. How dirty can you be? How low can you be?
He saved the championship right there for Yokozuna.
Crush coming in and saving the championship belt, denying Randy Savage what he justly deserves. Look at this. This is horrible. This should never happen. Wait a minute. Here comes the hitman. Bret Hart coming in.
What is he doing out there, Vince?
Bret Hart being double teamed now by Crush and Yokozuna. This is turning into a melee. What should have been a Savage victory is turning into a melee now. Look at this. Crush all over Randy Savage.
And Yokozuna all over Bret Hart.
Wait a minute, here comes Lex Luger. Lex Luger hammering away on Yokozuna. Yokozuna to the outside. And now Crush spun around. Luger and the Hitman both. Double team, Crush. Yes, double clothesline.
Look, it took two of them. 2-on-1, Vince McMahon.
However, Randy Savage will win the match but he will not win the WWF Championship. Randy Savage was robbed by Crush. Randy Savage, with everything he had in his body, he gave us everything tonight. Randy Savage wanted it to be the WWF champion desperately.
Macho Man!
Lex Luger, covered by the Macho Man Randy Savage.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, may I introduce our special troubleshooting referee. He is unquestionably one of the premier movie stars in the world today. He is the star of the hit TV series Walker, Texas Ranger, and is a martial arts expert extraordinaire, making his residence here in the great state of Texas, the one, the only, Chuck Norris!
What an ovation, ladies and gentlemen, Texas' own Chuck Norris. And we're talking about a martial art expert for sure, the Texas Ranger. What an ovation.
Oh boy, standing one for Chuck Norris, and rightfully so.
Chuck Norris in the ring. Oh my goodness.
Master of the martial arts.
And Chuck Norris will be standing in the way of any superstar who attempts to interfere in this casket match we're about to see. You'll recall what happened at the Royal Rumble.
Oh, what happened at the Royal Rumble will not happen here.
Or at least we don't think so. Who knows? Maybe someone will indeed test the skills of Chuck Norris.
Well, nobody could stop the 10 men that came down to assist Yokozuna at the Royal Rumble, but who wants to get involved? Who wants to feel the challenge of Chuck Norris?
Who wants to be first, in other words, but maybe it's going to be this man. Just maybe, ladies and gentlemen, it might be Yokozuna. I don't know.
Well, you know, I heard Tatanka run his big mouth and Double J saying they weren't afraid of Chuck Norris.
Bam Bam Bigelow all said he wasn't afraid of him.
Of course, it's easy to say that when you're not standing in front of him.
Earlier on, there was a Paul Bearer look-alike contest. Before we began the festivities,
568 pounds, Yokozuna.
Yokozuna behind him, Jim Cornette, and of course, Mr. Fuji. This, ladies and gentlemen, a match of survival. One man, and there's the
winner.
Yeah, I believe so. It was a Paul Bearer look-alike contest. And a lot of fun here, ladies and gentlemen, even before we came on the air. San Antonio has been rocking. Imagine Todd Pettengill on a horse.
I loved it.
Did you see him?
The horse wasn't too happy about it.
There he is, Yokozuna. Yokozuna, ladies and gentlemen, did the impossible at the Royal Rumble with a little assistance from 10 other individuals. And unquestionably, you're going to hear and see something perhaps you've never heard or seen before. When The Undertaker makes his way here in the San Antonio, the only thing that could rival that was the Marshall Coleman Band opening up things before we came on the air with our national anthem.
Oh boy, here we go.
It's pitch black in the Freeman Coliseum. Oh, yes. In the cemetery. person that would be at home there would be The Undertaker. Someone will be placed inside the casket. The lid will be shut. Hey, wait a minute. What's this? Hey, wait a minute.
What is that?
It's thundering, it's lightning, it's eerie. Yes, it's The Undertaker. Oh!
The unearthly one has arrived.
And many in this capacity crowd holding the lighters, signifying the eternal flame of The Undertaker. Paul Bearer is pushing the casket toward ringside with the urn on top. And Yokozuna, you can bet, is shaking in his boots if he were wearing any. And yes, from the dark side,
Possibly the greatest force in the universe.
The Undertaker made his return from the Royal Rumble at SummerSlam. And ever since then, he's been hot on the trail of Yokozuna until finally tonight, only one man will survive. The other will be stuffed inside the casket.
The double deep, double wide, double thick casket, of which Yoko is deathly afraid.
This capacity crowd looking on in awe. This is an experience for sure. An experience that the World Wrestling Federation can only bring you. The Undertaker, now at ringside.
I'll be very surprised, Vince, if when the lights come up, Yoko's still here.
Oh no, he's here. Yokozuna has a few tricks up his sleeve. You can bet on it.
Well,
You can bet that Mr. Fuji and Cornette are going to be up to something. I mean, who would have ever thought that Yoko and his crew would have stuffed The Undertaker in the casket at the Royal Rumble? Who would have thought we would have seen the last of The Undertaker until, of course, SummerSlam?
yeah, but I can remember the look on Yoko's kisser when you just mentioned on an interview the word casket.
This is very strange, and now The Undertaker asking for the light. The Undertaker with a commanding statuesque presence. There's only one like this human being. Yes.
If in fact he is. You smell the odor of formaldehyde? I do.
Is that what that smell is?
Formaldehyde.
I thought Cheesy was still around ringside.
Huh, I don't think so.
The Undertaker against Yokozuna, and is that, I don't know what kind of look.
That confident look is not there, Vince.
No, that wasn't confidence we saw,
Absolutely not.
but I don't think it was fear. As The Undertaker looks down at the urn.
The new, bigger, better one.
Look at the girth of Yokozuna. We made reference earlier on to Bundy and the Bam Bam. This man over the 600-pound mark, and someone's going to be stuffed right in there.
And the lid slams shut. And someone's...
Oh! The Undertaker! Look at that! The Undertaker! Psychologically gaining an advantage already as The Undertaker moves in on Yokozuna. And Yokozuna tries to get outside and can't do it. Oh, and a chop by The Undertaker. And a kick to the midsection. The Undertaker with Yokozuna. Look at this. No, reversal to the buckle. Coming out, here comes Yoko. Ooh. And, oh, my goodness.
Boy. Undertaker's waited a long time for this.
Undertaker with a series of chops under the throat. Yokozuna now. No, he sees the casket. He put on brakes. Yokozuna and Yokozuna. It's on the casket. He's on the casket. I don't know if he realized. And he's right behind him is Chuck Norris.
He finally did realize it. Boy, is he paranoid.
And who wouldn't be? I mean, the thoughts of being stuffed inside a casket as we look at that rather eccentric looking, I guess would be kind to make reference to Paul Bearer. The Undertaker reaching in now. Yokozuna pulls The Undertaker to the outside of block. Another chop to open in his throat. And down.
Right into the steel steps. He's not sure where he is right now.
The Undertaker stalking Yokozuna. The mammoth 600-pounder making. Yokozuna making his way. Wait a minute now, back into the ring. And yes, you can bet Cornette will get out of The Undertaker's way.
Cornette just trying to help him find his way back inside.
And a boot to the midsection. The Undertaker, thus far, obviously with tremendous momentum here. And The Undertaker goes out.
Look at the agility of this 300-pounder.
Look at the balance. The Undertaker down across the shoulder. And Yokozuna's still on his feet.
Didn't go down. The big tree rocked, but it didn't go down.
And
he caught The Undertaker in midair.
Yokozuna reversing fear. Listen to this capacity crowd and Yokozuna with a clothesline. And when you have a 600-pounder charging you, something's got to give.
Oh, no.
But it won't be The Undertaker, I don't think. A headbutt. And a series of them now. And down to the canvas again, The Undertaker.
Yoko's setting him up now. Measuring him.
Wait. Here he goes. Here he goes. And here we go. And it's The Undertaker. No. Oh, by The Undertaker. A closed fist. The Undertaker now. Back to his feet. The Undertaker with Yokozuna. And Yokozuna with a headbutt. Wide open, The Undertaker. No! What a maneuver there. And look, he's trying to grab the rope.
He's about 10 feet away from the ropes.
He didn't know where he was. What a maneuver by The Undertaker.
Cornette screaming at Yoko to get to his feet, but he might be out.
The Undertaker and Yokozuna. No falls here, ladies and gentlemen. Again, the match ends when one individual. No. What do you have to do to The Undertaker to keep him down?
Put him in the casket and nail it shut, I guess.
Look at this, Yokozuna! Oh, that's one way to do it. That's one way to do it.
Tremendous impact on that move. Worried look on the kisser of Paul Bearer.
And The Undertaker, he won't get up after that one.
Wow.
Yokozuna taking it to The Undertaker. Yokozuna must drag The Undertaker over to the casket. Oh, wait a minute, he's not finished with him. That's exactly what he's going to do. Yokozuna dragging The Undertaker over to the casket. He stopped. And you see.
Looked like he was looking for help, Vince.
No, he wasn't looking for that. There goes The Undertaker, the lid is up. The Undertaker, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be in the casket if the lid is closed. And Yokozuna will win the match. And he sinks into the casket. No, Yokozuna trying to close it. The Undertaker won't let him. Yokozuna trying to press his weight down and look at that. Oh, and another one. And another one. And another one. Hey, wait a minute. They're both inside the box.
They're both in the box.
And again, it's like, look at this, Yokozuna hammering away on The Undertaker. These two going at it. Undertaker right back in control. A series of chops. Another one. The Undertaker chopping away.
Oh, look at that.
Fuji grabbing the hair. And, Fuji's gonna get it. The Undertaker stepping out of the casket, making his way toward Mr. Fuji. And Mr. Fuji in the clutches of The Undertaker. The Undertaker lets go. Oh, Cornette gets it.
Oh, he got hammered.
Cornette can rest in peace after that. Look at the eyes. Cornette chopped by The Undertaker. And a scoop by Yokozuna, a slam by Yokozuna. Now bear in mind, Yokozuna doesn't have to polish off The Undertaker. That's not what he has to do. All he has to do is get The Undertaker in the casket and slam the lid shut.
Yoko in control right now. Get out of the way, get out of the way.
Yes.
Concerned look on the kisser of Paul Bear. And rightfully so. Undertaker getting really hammered right now.
So far, Yokozuna doing an excellent job of keeping The Undertaker on the outside. Yoko with the momentum now, and after that he was going to have more. And Chuck Norris keeping an eye out on anyone who just might come down the ringside.
Undertaker head smashed into the steel steps.
The mighty Yokozuna maintains his control in the matchup. Again, bear in mind, pinfalls don't count. No submission here. You're simply trying to get your opponent in the casket and slam the lid shut. Both men have been in the casket
At the same time. Things looking pretty good right now for Yokozuna.
Yokozuna using his weight to his advantage. Right in front of Paul Bear. Fuji profusely pouring off of Yokozuna.
You can hear in the background Fuji, the senpai, screaming out instructions and encouragement to Yokozuna.
Yokozuna hammering on The Undertaker continually now. And The Undertaker with a kick and a chop. And again, a reversal. Look at this. They're going at it.
Unbelievable.
Look at this.
Intestinal fortitude by both men.
Yokozuna with an Undertaker to the button. Right out of the clothesline. But Yokozuna still on his feet and kicked to the midsection by The Undertaker. The Undertaker, a huge, awesome presence. But look at him compared to Yokozuna. Oh, my God.
Nice counter move as Yokozuna a little bit slow on the draw. Just lay there now in the center of the ring like a big beached whale.
The Undertaker on his feet. Cornette screaming at Yokozuna. Wait a minute, what's up?
Undertaker going to the outside.
Oh, the Undertaker's going up to the top rope. The Undertaker! Oh, did you believe that? What a clothesline! I've never seen anything like that before.
Tremendous elevation, the Undertaker. 12 to 14 feet high in the air.
Chuck Norris still on the outside, still keeping an eye toward the dressing room area. And the lid is open. The officials have opened the lid of the casket.
Unfortunately, it's on the opposite side of the ring.
And it would be a while even for The Undertaker to be able to roll this mammoth individual, Yokozuna, into the casket. King Kong Bundy. Chuck Norris is going to be tested. Look at the look on the face of Chuck Norris. He's getting ready. Look, he's planting his feet. He's planting his feet. He's getting ready. Bundy, stop. Is Bundy going to challenge Chuck Norris? He wants to. Chuck Norris is ready. Hey, wait a minute. I think someone else is. That's Bam Bam Bigelow. Oh, boy. We wondered whether or not Chuck Norris was going to be challenged. We know now he is. Norris. Ready to unload. And the Undertaker is in control, but Chuck Norris ready to unload to make sure that these two don't interfere in the outcome of the matchup. Yokozuna is getting closer to being placed in the casket. Inch by inch. Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. There's IRS. There's IRS. Irwin R. Shyster came up from behind.
Obviously a big plot here by the $1 Million Man. Irwin coming in from the blind side. Chuck Norris preoccupied.
Wait a minute. Oh, no. IRS has a sleeper on the plate on the Undertaker. Chuck Norris is occupied on the outside with Bam Bam and with Bundy. The two referees are trying to keep Bam Bam and Bundy at bay. Oh, no.
Undertaker's in the casket.
Don't tell me this match is going to end this way. We've seen the last of the Undertaker. All the officials have to do is close the lid.
All they gotta do now is slam the lid shut.
The IRS is going up into the crowd. And there is the Undertaker in the casket.
Eyes shut, motionless.
The Undertaker was put to sleep by IRS. IRS wanting the Undertaker to rest in peace. Yokozuna, by his own hand, has to close that casket door.
Obviously, DiBiase and Irwin have been planning this for weeks.
All Yokozuna has to do is reach up and close the lid on the casket.
Fuji screaming to him.
Yokozuna is close. The Undertaker is still asleep. Yoko reaching for the casket lid.
Doesn't look good here.
And yes, he has it. He's reaching for it.
There it is.
Wait a minute.
Oh! The unearthly one has arisen.
Wait a minute. Double J is on his way. Double J is on his way down. He's went past. Oh, no.
Thrust kick by Chuck Norris.
Double J tried Chuck Norris. And the Undertaker has Yokozuna.
This place has gone bananas. Yoko's out on his feet.
Off the rope, the Undertaker underneath it. There's another clothesline. The Undertaker, oh my goodness, DDT on Yokozuna.
And he's still getting up, I don't believe it.
The Undertaker now in a boot. Oh, wait a minute. Yokozuna casket. Yokozuna casket. Oh, look at this. Into the casket as well. And, oh my
Oh,
goodness.
he got him. It's all over.
And Chuck Norris, ladies and gentlemen, did his job. And so did The Undertaker.
Here is the winner of the casket match, The
for?
Who is his partner?
I know who it is, McMahon. It's going to be a huge surprise.
You know who his partner is?
I certainly, you know the old saying, it takes a king to know a king, doesn't it, huh? Well, of course.
We are live, ladies and gentlemen. The Hartford Civic Center WrestleMania. What sort of preparations have wait a minute, I guess we're going to find out.
The moment we've all been waiting for.
You're going to love this, McMahon. I've already talked to the sound man. Get ready.
You talked to the
man.
sound man,
Yes,
the audio man.
listen,
That's why we're having
done
audio
something
difficulty.
that I've wanted to do all
Don't
my
blame me.
life. And that man went out and beat my brother Brett for the World Wrestling Federation title. I introduce to you my partner.
Are you ready?
Yokozuna.
Oh my goodness. Yokozuna.
Look at your face, McMahon. You're in shock.
Yokozuna defeated the Hitman Bret Hart at WrestleMania 9 in Las Vegas, Nevada. Imagine that. Yokozuna now joining Owen Hart. The mighty Yokozuna. An unlikely tag team partner. I don't believe anyone would have guessed that.
2 times, McMahon. 2-time World Wrestling Federation champion. What do you think those Cowboys are doing?
But
I
never a
guarantee
tag
you.
team champion.
I'll bet those Cowboys are back there saddling their horses and are heading off into the sunset right now.
Jim Cornette out there. Obviously the brains behind the brawn, and look at this. Standing by, ladies and gentlemen, we have the Smoking Guns, Billy and Bart.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, are you as surprised as we are? Yokozuna has been chosen by Owen Hart to be his partner.
You know, Vince, Owen complained about us not giving him a title shot. This is a big surprise, but that's okay with us because we're going in the tag team champions and we're leaving the tag team champions.
Well, you guys have fought long and hard to be tag team champions, but I would suggest this is could be an uphill battle for you.
Yeah, you know, we didn't expect Yokozuna to be his partner. We thought we had a lot of different people we thought of, but who else would tag with Owen Hart? Somebody as dirty and as nasty as he is.
But we can do it. We can do it.
Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
I can hear the fear in their voice. You know what to say. The bigger the cowboy hat, the smaller the brain.
He's bigger than ever.
Huge.
Yokozuna. Yokozuna, here comes the tag team champions.
The World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions, Billy and Bart, the Smoking Gun.
Billy and Bart, the Smoking Gun.
You know what, McMahon?
What's that?
Owen made his first appearance at WrestleMania exactly 6 years ago tonight to the day, McMahon, as the Blue Blazer on April 2nd, 1989. It's fate. It's fate. Do you believe in fate?
Well, to a certain extent.
You know what I'm talking about, like the psychic hotline with Dionne Warwick. You ever call that?
No, I can't say I have.
I called it the other day, and she told me she sees a big phone bill in my future.
A what?
A big phone bill in my future. But I'm gonna tell you something. You gotta think. Fate is gonna play a part in this match. Owen Hart, he's a man of destiny. He's gone out and he's gotten the one man that can bring him to gold.
Fans all over the world, ladies and gentlemen, watching WrestleMania. As a matter of fact, our French commentators, Ray Rougeau, there on the left, Jean Brassard on the right. And they seem to be surprised, just like everyone else. Here we go. Bell rings. We're ready for action. Who's going to start this thing off?
Those guys parlez-vous fried eggs?
I beg your pardon.
Huh? Speak a little French, you know.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Look at this. Oh. I thought he was going to knock their blocks off with that flag. That would have been great.
Yokozuna even bigger than he was the last time we saw him, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the size of Yokozuna. And
Can you get a shot of those?
how did you know it was going to be Yokozuna? What information did you have that no one else had?
Owen and I are friends.
Oh, yeah, I see. Takes a king, no a king.
That's
right
it.
There. Okay, all right.
Kings of a feather flock together and that sort of thing. All those things. Look at that. Can you get a shot of his thighs? The world hadn't seen thighs like that since the Brontosaurus died out. Look at that.
the Smoking Gun. And we have Billy starting things off with Owen. The Smoking Guns have had their problems as of late, ladies and gentlemen. They have obviously been very busy tag team champions, defending a title against all comers since defeating the 1-2-3 Kid and Bob Holly the day after they won the title. Oh! They said they were going to be fighting champion. Yes, they have been. As a matter of fact, Men on a Mission had a go at it. More on that later. Coming off the rope now, Billy. Yes, look at that.
Oh!
What a shot that was.
That is not fair to just slap a man in the face.
It's not, huh?
No, big mistake.
It's legal, open hand. And from the top.
No!
Wow.
I can take your arm right out of the socket.
Bart now trying his luck against Owen Hart. Look at that. Owen technically sound. Oh, come on. And here he comes.
You know what, McMahon? There's somebody else at ringside. I just noticed. I didn't even realize. Mr. Fuji's here too. Look at him.
And look at this. Bart coming off the rope in.
Whoop.
No, missing there. Yokozuna with one arm. Slam Bart. Oh no! Off the rope in. No!
No, my goodness!
Bart trying to wind up the huge sumo. Oh, what a chop there to the throat area. Yokozuna tagging in his partner Owen. Wide open is Bart.
We marveled at the size of King Kong Bundy, and do you realize that Yokozuna almost weighs 100 pounds more than Bundy? It's unbelievable.
It is unbelievable. He may even weigh more. And Owen Hart now trying to maintain the advantage. Bart gives him a shove to the near side. Off the rope over Bart. Owen Hart right back at him and over the hip nicely down. Bart arm drag takedown. Billy and Bart. Tag team action personified. Here we go. You'll see frequent tags if they have their game face on here tonight. And look at this. Oh my goodness, double team effort. And Yokozuna drops it by both men. Yokozuna to the outside.
Well, I just got to say this. If I put myself in the Cowboys' boots, that would be my strategy. Try to keep Owen Hart in the ring. Try to keep that monster Yokozuna out of the ring.
And
look out.
Owen better watch what he's doing. Owen Hart right back in.
He's been denied championships as long as he's been in the World Wrestling Federation. But I just don't think he'll be denied tonight, McMahon.
Oh, really?
It's fate. It's destiny, I'm telling you.
And look at this now. Owen Hart, ladies and gentlemen. Oh,
no.
yes! Oh! Tremendous maneuver on the part of the Smoking Gun. A cover, two, and yes! They don't. Billy and Bart Gunn. We stated before that they had their problems with Men on a Mission. Boy, did they ever. Successful title defense against Men on a Mission, and then from there, after the match was over, my goodness, they just really went to work on the Smoking Guns. Men on a Mission did. Mabel, although Oscar didn't, but Mabel and Mo certainly did. We thought they were going to apologize, and they didn't apologize at all. Oh! I get it. Sterling, and the 2-0 is a count of 3.
Can you imagine if they tried that same maneuver with Yokozuna? The whole ring would have collapsed.
Can I imagine what? Oh, wait a minute, stay with this, and yeah! Oh! Tremendous teamwork, cover that man, come on, ref! Turn around! Turn around! Turn around! Yokozuna intentionally distracting the official, he got him! No, he didn't.
Now see, you blame everything on the Japanese, you're starting to get like Bret the Hitman Hart. Oh, Yokozuna doesn't understand English very well, and he was just trying to communicate with the referee.
From behind, tag was made.
There's a tag.
Coming up, and a nice drop toe, look out! Oh.
No!
Forget about it.
That is it! That is it!
And Billy has to make the tag after that. He's hurt.
Look at that
face of
man.
Yokozuna. Look at the size of this man.
Oh! Billy's brains are scrambled. He just fell off the side of the ring after crawling to the wrong corner.
And, oh no, come on, ref. Owen Hart now. With Billy, what's he gonna do? Right through the ring post.
Does that show you how bad he wants these tag team titles?
Owen Hart. Oh, now throwing a hapless Billy Gunn back into the ring. Yeah, you're a king.
Love me.
And Yokozuna in complete control at the moment over Billy Gunn. the tag team championship unquestionably in a great deal of jeopardy. But don't forget, there must be a pin or someone must submit. That's the only way a title changes hands.
Yeah, but this is the exact situation the Cowboys needed to avoid right here. One-on-one in the ring with Yokozuna.
Oh, and a shot. And Billy Gunn a moment ago attempting to mount an offensive, and now we saw Bundy earlier on leaning all of his weight down on The Undertaker. That ain't nothing as the expression goes to what Yokozuna can do.
You know what I just thought of, McMahon? I just thought, I'll bet Stu and Helen are really proud of their son now, realizing just how smart Owen really is for choosing Yokozuna as a partner.
I mean, could you believe what Owen said, that he chose Yokozuna? I mean, it's like he chose the man who did what he always wanted to do, defeat his very own brother for the championship. What kind of a human being is Owen?
Smart. You know, he's the youngest out of 12 children, and he's the smartest. I mean, he's so much smarter than Brett. It's pathetic. Brett still thinks Old Yeller is a movie about Stu's tooth. But look at Owen up there. He's so proud of himself.
And Billy Gunn, ladies and gentlemen, has just about had it. And that'll do it. That should do it.
That's it, ring it.
No, he's allowing the match to continue.
More pressure, Yokozuna, more pressure.
Jim Cornette and Mr. Fuji getting their collective heads together, and now, from the top, Owen, no! The mighty Yokozuna is down on the canvas. That's the first mistake that this tag team of Yokozuna and Owen Hart have made.
Come on, Owen.
Can Billy make the tag? Billy Gunn has to tag his partner, Bart in.
He better make the tag or he's beat. Get him, Owen, get him.
Closer and closer, and Owen Hart seems to be out of gas. Yeah. There it is. Ooh, Bart Gunn going to work on Owen Hart. Coming off the rope, and look at that maneuver. What a slam. And Yokozuna is still in the ring, and Yokozuna now. A reversal with Bart coming off, and yeah!
Oh my gosh!
What a maneuver!
A blatant hair pull.
Yes, it was.
Well, that's illegal, McMahon. How can you condone that?
Yes, it was. I'm not condoning it. I'm simply calling it.
Big smile
I saw it as well. There comes a
face.
tag. And a bit of a double. No!
Oh!
Owen Hart. Oh, no!
Oh!
A belly-to-belly suplex. Yokozuna once again collapsing the lungs of Billy Gunn.
600-pound belly-to-belly.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy. Look at this.
No. Those of you watching for the first time, if Yokozuna connects with this, we'll have new tag team champions. It's the Bonsai Trap. Oh, forget about it. Bart coming in. Bart hammering away on Yokozuna. That was a certain pin. Bart up and over.
He duffed him.
And the tag is made. Owen Hart comes in. Owen Hart, the legal man.
Sharpshooter. Sharpshooter.
Now he covers it. 1, 2. Oh,
man! New champions! New champions!
Federation Tag Team Champions, the King of Hearts, Owen Hart, and Yokozuna.
Look at him! Look at him!
Owen Hart is jumping for joy.
And I bet Stu and Helen would be too if they could jump. They're so proud right now of their son.
Owen Hart and Yokozuna. These two individuals do indeed their miracle, ladies and gentlemen, occurring at the Royal Rumble. They became tag team champions, defeating Bam Bam Bigelow and Native American Tatanka. They worked long and hard to get this shot. Indeed, what a tremendous opportunity to once again be champions. Bob Holly and the 1, 2, 3 Kid in the title matchup against Yokozuna and Owen Hart. We're back with more Monday Night Raw, and here they come. Here comes Jim Cornette, the manager of the tag team title holders. And yes, Owen Hart along with Jim Cornette pulling off that huge surprise at WrestleMania. And we mean huge. Take a look, if you would, at Yokozuna.
That's right. They're the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions, but I'll tell you something, McMahon. I feel a little uneasy about this. I was talking to him earlier in the dressing room. They may be a little overconfident.
Oh, and who's going to start things off for the respective teams?
See that right there? That's what it's all about, and that's what we got.
Maybe not for long. Just last week, ladies and gentlemen, Bob Holly defeated Owen Hart and actually embarrassed Owen and Yokozuna into putting up the titles this week. Yes, and the championship up for grabs.
It's not the case. Hey, but speaking of cases, I want to point something out.
What?
I want you to take a look at the 1, 2, 3 kid. Whether it comes in here, take a look. Look at that head of hair of his.
What's
Just
wrong
look
with
at
his hair?
Well, doesn't it remind you of somebody? Look at that
What do you mean?
kinky, curly, greasy-looking hair.
Remind me from someone from where?
I said, speaking of cases, look, it looks just like Marcia Clark's old hair.
It does not.
Oh, it does. Look at it.
Maybe more like Johnny Cochran. I don't know. Quick go behind by the 1, 2, 3 kid. And nice reversal by Owen Hart. Nice takedown by the kid. And now let's see what Owen Hart's going to do. Lining up with the wrist, the 1, 2, 3 kid, trying to work on the shoulder. Nice takedown by the kid into a cover. Spinning combination, both men right back up. Tremendous maneuvering on the part of Owen Hart in the 1, 2, 3 kid. Quick go behind there. Look at that maneuvering. Snap mare, over goes the kid. And oh yes, nice reversal by the 1, 2, 3 kid. Lightning like quick.
You know, the kid and Bob Holly realized this could be their.
Wait a minute, look at this.
This could be their last shot at a title here.
Oh, look in the 1, 2, 3 kid. Once again now with a hammerlock. Yes, it could be their last shot, but it could very well be not an ending. It could be a beginning, although you see the monster there on the outside, the kid, and Bob Holly must keep Owen Hart in the ring. They can't allow him to tag out.
Yeah, great.
Monkey flip, look at that.
What?
It backfired. The kid's right on his feet. What agility by the 1, 2, 3 kid, and he's being applauded by his partner, Bob Holly.
That's gotta make Owen Hart a little bit upset.
Tough.
What?
Standing side headlock. Now let's see what happens. Off the rope, the kid goes downstairs. Owen Hart from the other side.
Whoa.
Leapfrog by the 1, 2, 3 kid, and the kid a little bit faster, yes! And now maneuvering. Oh, kick out by Owen. And both men nip right up. Look at that. Oh, and a drop kick by the kid. Owen Hart is down. The kid now winding up. The King of Hearts. Here comes Bob Holly. He's got a lot of momentum. Winning his race just last weekend. Off the rope. Double back body drop. And the kid being escorted out has a count of 5 to get out of there. And certainly Bob Holly and the kid do not want to be disqualified. They cannot win the title in that manner. They must have a pin or a submission. And look at that maneuvering. Very cleverly done by Owen. Hey, come on, yank it a hair. And Bob Holly winds up Owen Hart. Oh, catches an elbow right on the jaw. Look at that maneuvering. And a fist, a series of them now by Owen Hart. Setting up Bob Holly. Off the rope, and Bob Holly now does what Owen Hart did. Yes, the very same thing. Hammering away, trying to set up the King of Hearts. Off the rope, and nice arm drag takedown. Bob Holly takes him down again, and maybe keeps him down.
I'm telling you, I knew I had a bad feeling about this. I think Owen and Yokozuna are a little overconfident.
Well, Yokozuna hasn't even been able to get into this matchup. Clever maneuvering on the part of Bob Holly and the 1, 2, 3 kid. Owen Hart with his ego, best tag out, but I'm not too sure he's able to. Off the rope in. Oh, now he's able to.
Come on, tag.
And
oh, here we go.
Owen Hart now giving direction to Yokozuna. And oh no, there was the tag. Here he comes.
Yeah.
Take a look at this monster, and a hard right hand, and Bob Holly collapsing down onto the canvas.
Just one time. Get ready to get out the Mrs. Buttersworth. Go ahead and splash him. Make a pancake out of it.
Wait a minute.
What?
We're talking about competition here. Yokozuna taking his time, and why not? He's in complete control. This man, ladies and gentlemen, outweighing Holly. Oh, look at this. Missing with a chop again, and Bob Holly takes him over. Can you believe it? Bob Holly with a yank in the hair, got the big man down. Oh no! Behind the official's back. Can you believe that? Owen Hart pulled the top rope down, and Holly crashed on the outside. Look at Yokozuna hammering the kid.
Well, Holly should be used to that as many times as he's crashed and burned in his career, but he may not get up from this one.
Yokozuna and Owen Hart, ladies and gentlemen, would be happy to accept a victory via countout. Oh, wait a minute, the kid's back in there. He's not the legal man. Owen's on the outside. Look, Owen Hart behind the official's back again, ramming Bob Holly into the ring post. And the kid, unfortunately, distracting the official, allowing that activity to go on. And now the legal man in the ring is Owen Hart. Owen wants the victory. He wants revenge on Bob Holly. That's what he wants.
That's right. Bob Holly looks like he's had a little blowout down there. He may need a pit stop to be able to continue in this match.
Oh no, on the outside. And Holly thrown back in. Owen Hart sensing that the timing is right. And he could be very well correct as we go up in the air. Snapmare by the King of Hearts to cover the count in a No, he didn't. Bob Holly's still able to kick out. Bob Holly in the 1-2-3 kid will never give up. Tremendous tenacity on the part of these two former WWF Tag Team Champions. And the key question here is continuity. Notwithstanding the awesome size of Yokozuna, if collectively, notwithstanding the weight disadvantage, if collectively Bob Holly and the kid can persevere, they will once again be wearing the gold around their waist.
But how can you say, McMahon, that they will never give up? You don't know the pain. You don't know what that feels like. The more pressure, the more punishment they put on Bob's back. He's liable to give up.
Bob Holly now, ladies and gentlemen, trying to get out of this. And Holly,
come on, Owen!
Yes, trying to spin Owen Hart around. It does.
No.
But Owen Hart spins him right back around as well. And that punishment to the lower back area is certainly not going to help Bob Holly's racing career at all.
Why? What difference does that make? All he's got to do is sit in a car for a couple hours and turn left.
Bob Holly hoping, ladies and gentlemen, this weekend to be victorious as he was several weekends ago down in Mobile, Alabama. As a matter of fact, Bob Holly racing in Martinsville, Virginia, at the Martinsville Speedway this weekend off the rope. Over the hip now, wait a minute, what's this? Trying to get right back, a backslide. Can he do it? Yes, one, the tag title changes.
No.
Oh, that was so close. And Owen Hart right back with retaliation. Just like that. Owen Hart signaling Yokozuna. Oh no. Holly head first in the huge head of Yokozuna. Stay with us, everybody. Welcome back, everyone. Bob Holly and the 1-2-3 kid still very much in this matchup, and Yokozuna has been pummeling Bob Holly all the way through the break. And look at Jim Cornette out making fun of the two-sport superstar Bob Holly.
I think it's great. They've been working on his back. I think they're intent on giving him some back problems, just like Shawn Michaels has.
Yes, but nonetheless, Shawn Michaels is recovering from his back injury. It will, however, be some time before he's back in action. And you hope that Yokozuna doesn't put either Holly or the kid out of action, because he can do it in a split of a second.
Who hopes he doesn't?
I would certainly hope not.
Yeah, well, I would certainly hope
Yokozuna could do it even accidentally.
I think that'd be nice.
Yokozuna, ladies and gentlemen, content right now to apply pressure on Bob Holly.
You know, the last thing I'd like to see is Bob Holly driving around that speedway in Martinsville, Virginia, not only waving a checkered flag, but holding the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team belt out the window.
Oh, imagine that as a license plate. Yokozuna now continuing to apply the pressure. Nonetheless, this young man gave him credit for guts. Look at that. Elbow to the midsection. Another one. Yokozuna may be off his game a bit this week. Off the rope and Bob Holly. Oh no. Over the top rope.
Spin out. Spin out.
Yokozuna sidestepping and Bob Holly thrown over the top. And, oh, wait a minute. Behind the official's back again. No, yes, keep him away. Now, Owen Hart bringing Bob Holly over here. Rams his head down into the apron. And the official finally now is warning Owen Hart. Oh, wait a minute. Come on. The officials lost control of this match.
I think everything's under control. Yes, Yokozuna.
The kid is trying to get to Yokozuna. The legal man is Bob Holly, and he's on the outside. Right back in. And Yokozuna is waiting for it. Yokozuna, this massive 600-pounder, now tagging in Owen Hart.
You got to give credit to Cornette. He's a mastermind.
Cornette's a mastermind.
Yeah, he's directing this whole thing. Look at this.
Not much credit should be given to this official, although it would be tough for any official to maintain control in a matchup. Oh, no, he's 1, 2, and he still has the presence of mind to kick out.
Have you noticed that Owen Hart is intent on being the man to pin Bob Holly?
Yes, I've noticed that. But Bob Holly must tag those partner, the 1, 2, 3 kid. Small package. He got him. He got him. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. So close. Bob Holly must tag his partner, the 1, 2, 3 kid. Holly has been pummeled on the outside as well as the inside.
I'm a king.
Listen to this. Owen Hart shouting, "I'm a king."
And he is.
Yeah. The current king in the ring, yes, granted that he is. But Owen Hart may not be a tag team champion for much longer. Although, wait a minute, he gets Bob Holly up. I believe he has
that leg over there.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, look at this. On the top rope, it's Owen Hart, and
oh no!
Cross the body. 1, 2, he got him. He didn't get him. He did not get him.
Now give Owen Hart some credit. How did he kick out of that?
I don't know. The official a little slow on the mark, and there's the tag. Yes, no. Owen Hart preventing the tag. Bob Holly so very close to tagging in the 1, 2, 3 kid. Holly now off the rope, and wait. Oh, no! On the side of the head.
Did you hear that?
Yes, and the cover that could do it. 2 and yet no. Still, Bob Holly will not surrender. Give credit to the guts and gumption of this two-sport superstar. Holly won't give up.
But Owen is so determined to be there you go now. That's right. Don't be so determined to be the man to pin him. Let Yokozuna soften him up.
Double team effort coming. Clothesline. Yeah. And look at this. Yokozuna just came crashing down on Bob Holly. Bob Holly has to get out of there. Something has to happen here. Yokozuna has to be a bit overconfident. Bob Holly must tag in the 1, 2, 3 kid. Although that obviously as well would be a mismatch one-on-one. Collectively, they must do something to Yokozuna. They have to be a team, function as a unit, function as one. And Yokozuna is just simply wearing down Bob Holly.
Hey, don't listen to that.
He just told Owen Hart to tag back in, sensing the timing is right. And it could very well be, because Owen Hart wants to avenge that loss last week against Bob Holly. Owen Hart wants to pin Bob Holly.
And rightfully so.
Rightfully so.
Of course. Now look at the referee.
And reaching for the hair, Bob Holly. And I would suggest that Bob Holly and the 1, 2, 3 kid are beginning to be a little bit desperate. Oh, back to his feet now. Holly trying to use a shot to the midsection. Bob Holly off the rope and a leapfrog from there. Down go both men. That's a head-on collision.
Holly should have tagged when he had the opportunity just then.
You might be right. And Bob Holly now still down on the canvas trying to get the presence of mind to tag in the kill. The monster lurking is, yes, here we go. Bob Holly is starting to make his move. Owen Hart trying to hang on to the toe. Bob Holly must tag the 1, 2, 3 kid, and Owen Hart is trying to tag in Yokozuna. Both men crawling to their respective corners. Yokozuna tag again. And Bob Holly,
hurry.
Here he comes. What can the kid do against Yokozuna? Look at that. That's what he can do. The kid, as Yokozuna right now goes after Owen Hart. Look at that maneuver. Yes, using his feet to the head. The 1, 2, 3 kid again to the back of the head. Yokozuna's in trouble. The kid going after it. The kid is headhunting. The kid again. And down he goes. Look at that. Owen Hart is not going to be interfering anymore. Not after that maneuver.
This kid has gone nuts.
He has completely gone wild. On the top rope. The 1, 2, 3 kid in. Oh no! And the 3 count. The victory for Yokozuna and Owen Hart nonetheless. Give the kid credit. Give Bob Holly and the 1, 2, 3 kid credit. What a gallant effort.
Yeah, a gallant effort. But I'll tell you this, the kid is just lucky that Yokozuna didn't land right on his face, or he'd be sitting there with a broken nose just like a Lunder Blaze.
Back here.
Did he say the roadie hit Double J?
He said, I'm not sure whether or not he said that or Double J hit the roadie. Obviously, you can bet Double J is going to be looking for some sort of excuse, some reason why he lost the Intercontinental Championship, and he can't blame the roadie.
What do you mean he can't?
That's what he said. He set the roadie up. He told the roadie to do exactly what he did.
I saw the... What do you mean? The roadie should have been watching. He should have looked at what he was doing. He can't blame the roadie.
Man. All right, here we go now. The Tag Team Championship up for grabs. And how about this? What if the Tag Team title changes hands here tonight, just like the Intercontinental Championship? What if all three titles change hands?
This will be a black night in Nashville, Tennessee's history. I can assure you of that.
Yokozuna, two-time former World Wrestling Federation champion. Yokozuna now, ladies and gentlemen, joining Owen Hart. You will recall they became the champions at WrestleMania. Yokozuna, a surprise partner with Owen Hart, facing the Smoking Guns. However, there'll be no surprises here tonight because the Allied Powers have waited a long, long time for this occasion, King.
Yeah, Allied Powers. We're going to see what kind of power they've got because they're going to need to muster every ounce of it to go against Yokozuna and Owen Hart.
Here we go!
At a total combined weight of 518 pounds, Lex Luger and the British Bulldog, they are the Allied Powers!
The Allied Powers, Lex Luger, and the British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith, the Bucket McMahon, here you are tonight in Music City, USA, in your house!
I can tell you this, McMahon, things aren't going too good for the Brits of late, as you know, huh?
Beg your pardon?
Well, you remember that little trouble Hugh got into? And then today, the glorified British Open, the greatest golf tournament in the history of England. They always love for somebody from England to win, but a fellow Tennessean won it today, John Daly. All those Brits got long faces, and I can assure you the British Bulldog is going to have a long face when this match is over.
Carlos Cabrera joining us for Spanish commentary there. Hugo Fernandez. Hello, guys. In your house in Spanish and in English. Okay.
Somebody ring his Taco Bell.
I beg your pardon. Yokozuna and Owen Hart. You talk about treachery, tag team treachery. This team, the championship team, personifies that.
Treachery?
Treachery. Some 2 years ago, ladies and gentlemen, Lex Luger, the man in the ring right now, body slammed Yokozuna on board the USS Intrepid, and that was a body slam heard round the world. Although Yokozuna was much lighter, if you would, back in those days.
You love to talk about past history, don't you, McMahon? And I guess the Allied power, how many years ago was it that the United States and England were Allied powers?
Some time ago.
Yeah, I guess.
We're still Allied powers.
Man.
With a number of countries, and there you go with Yokozuna right away.
I can assure you these people in Nashville don't know anything about history. You know what? They think Thomas Jefferson was that funny little black guy that was married to Wheezy.
I beg your pardon, that was George Jefferson.
Yeah, ask these people.
Oh my goodness. Grand Ole Opry, some 70 years old. They know a lot about history here in Nashville. Oh, a headbutt by Yokozuna. Lex Luger and the British Bulldog have come to Nashville for this opportunity to become WWF Tag Team Champions.
That's right. The Grand Ole Opry is 70 years old this October. And Helen Hart was too old to go to the first show. They wouldn't even let her in because they didn't have a wheelchair section in.
You're going to pay for that in. And Yokozuna stops Lex Luger and body slams him. Yokozuna, no!
Oh!
You have to be quicker than that. But if, in fact, Yokozuna had dropped the elbow on Lex, might be scraping him up with a blotter. Lex Luger. And over the official's shoulder, Yokozuna nailing Lex Luger.
Well, can you imagine that official trying to push Yokozuna back?
And look at this. Look at the power of Luger, jamming Yokozuna face first to the buckle repeatedly. Lex Luger, a real powerhouse, as well as the British Bulldog. And they're going to have to resort to that power and tremendous speed and tag team coordination if they are to be champions here tonight.
I'm going to give them credit. Sure, they got a lot of power.
Oh.
They got magnificent physiques. They got muscles in places most people don't even have places.
Oh.
But they promised that they're going to slam Yokozuna.
Oh, wait a minute.
What happened?
Yokozuna, when he fell down, he dropped on Brother Owen's foot.
Oh, wow. That could give you the permanent flat foot.
Owen Hart, the brother of the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be, the Hitman Bret Hart.
Hey,
and look at this dissension among the ranks. Hey! I can tell you this, they will not successfully defend the title if this keeps up.
Get in there, Cornette.
Get in where? Get in between those two?
He needs to get in between them and calm them down. Cooler heads must prevail.
Yokozuna and Owen Hart having a difference of opinion.
There you go. Calm down. Calm down.
All right, and oh, please.
What?
And Cornette with a very anxious moment, hoping to keep his tag team championship combination.
Wipe that ugly off your
Oh,
face.
what a shot!
Get that referee out of there.
And over again, over the official's shoulder. Owen Hart connecting. Owen Hart now with Lex Luger. Luger off the rope and down goes Owen Hart. Luger with tremendous speed for the far side and over the hip. No, yes, nicely done. Clam drag takedown, and Lex Luger is in control.
For the time being, just for the time being.
Here we go. British Bulldog, Owen's brother-in-law. No love lost here in that family. Owen Hart, the black sheep of the Hart family. However, look at the wrestling skill on the part of Owen Hart.
That's right.
I'm impressed. Yeah, come on, yank the hair. Oh, he had to yank the hair. Ref, how else did he get down to the canvas? Snip up. And now, look at this. The British Bulldog trying to find a measure of escape.
Boy, I'll tell you, this British Bulldog. Look, man, what a move. Come on, Owen, don't let him out wrestle you. There you go. Oh, high up. Oh, no! Oh! Right down on the shoulder.
Unbelievable.
That could do it right there.
The British Bulldog manhandling Owen Hart. Wait a minute, what's he gonna do with him now? Oh my goodness, face first to the buckle and Lex Luger. Better watch himself if Luger and Bulldog are disqualified. There go the opportunities to be champions. Cover, two, and got him. No, he didn't.
Why don't you acknowledge all those cheap shots, McMahon?
Well, there are a number of cheap shots here and there, no question about it. The British Bulldog and Lex Luger have come to Nashville to become tag team champions. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, stay with us all the way through because we're going to give you every second of action we possibly can, all the way up through. Oh no! All the cable operators should be alerted. We're going to give you everything we possibly can. Oh my goodness! Perhaps all the way up to 8:58 Eastern. So, oh my goodness! Hopefully we can get this much show in this limited amount of time.
Uh-oh, here comes Yokozuna. It's time to flog the dog.
It's time to what? Oh my! Make a wish. Yokozuna!
How great we are, huh?
And despite this man's extraordinary girth, Yokozuna, the biggest man in the history of the World Wrestling Federation. Oh boy,
look at that.
Yokozuna has tremendous agility and quickness.
Yeah, he does. And that British Bulldog is finding it out right now. You know, calling him that is an insult to Bulldogs.
Pardon?
Look at him. Two-legged flea farm.
Why don't you be nice? The British Bulldog, a former WWF Tag Team Champion with the Dynamite Kid. Everybody remembers what an extraordinary tag team combination that was. Perhaps Luger and Bulldog can make a better one. Who knows? This is their opportunity tonight.
I don't think they're going to be able to go anywhere as long as Yokozuna keeps that pressure clamped on his neck like that. He may be out now.
Yokozuna at 641 pounds, applying all kinds of pressure and weight into the neck area of the British Bulldog. The British Bulldog trying to make a move.
Looks like he's looking for a fire hydrant.
Bulldog trying to get back to his feet. And Davey Boy Smith ramming the elbow to the midsection. Repeatedly now. Yokozuna breaks the hoop.
Look out.
From the other side now. And down goes the British Bulldog. Here comes Owen Hart.
That looked like a dog chasing a parked car, didn't it?
And Owen Hart, ladies and gentlemen, trying to set up, trying to finish off the British Bulldog. Brother-in-laws they are from the other side in. Finish with a part of Owen Hart. A cover. A count, 2 and no. Owen Hart unable to pull off the victory here. Owen Hart sets up the British Bulldog again. Off the rope and yes, over the hips. Owen Hart is trying
Come on, Owen! Oh, he got him.
1, 2, new champions. That was a count of 3. That was a count of 3 for Owen.
What about that, McMahon? What power?
1, 2.
Got him.
No, and a kick out.
Owen Hart wants so badly to rub it in the face of his family that turned their back on him.
A bit of controversy there involving that official, I would suggest. It seemed to me that was a count of 3 for sure, and here he comes. No!
Oh, no!
And Owen Hart is in some trouble. Davey Boy Smith, the British Bulldog, knows what it's like to be a champion. Listen to this. The British Bulldog must tag his partner Lex Luger. And Owen Hart inching toward Yokozuna. Makes the tag. The British Bulldog coming closer, closer, closer in. Oh!
Look out!
Luger's a house of fire. Luger holds the rope for a clothesline. Luger connecting. Oh my goodness in the air. Lex Luger, look at this. Oh! Owen Hart comes in the ring, all right, the hard way. Luger with that forearm. Remember now, look at this. Oh no! What power!
Yeah! I can't believe it!
Double clothesline! Another one!
We're gonna see new champions! I can't believe it!
Luger covering this, could do it, and yes! No. Owen Hart there. And look at this. The official is losing control in this tag team championship matchup. It's all right to have a little latitude in terms of a title when it's up for grabs like this, but not this much.
Get the Bulldog out of there. He doesn't even belong in the ring. He hadn't been tagged in.
Look out, here comes Yokozuna. No! No, it's a time! No, get him down!
No, 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 they can't!
Unbelievable!
This whole building just shook!
The ring is shaking, the building is shaking! Owen Hart from the other side! Oh no! That was the opportunity for Yokozuna. No, no, no! A cover! 1, 2! I can't believe it. A gallant effort on the part of the Allied Powers.
Owen Hart and
Jim Cornette, the American spokesperson, along with the manager, Mr. Fuji, gleefully exclaiming victory here. Yes, look at this. They still are WWF Tag Team Champions. An unbelievable effort on the part of the Allied Powers.
They may be the greatest tag team in the history of the World Wrestling Federation, McMahon. What a match. Unbelievable.
The Battle of the Behemoths.
Accompanied by James E. Cornette from the Rocky
458 pounds.
56 pounds.
As nasty and as bad as they come.
And what a great athlete at 460 pounds plus.
He's a great athlete when he has the advantage. He'll get a gut check right here tonight, live in Charleston, South Carolina. And who can forget? It was about 7 weeks ago, ladies and gentlemen. If you remember what happened, just listen to this. Listen to this. Vader attempting. That was the second one. The Vader bomb and a third Vader bomb attempting to destroy the leg of Yokozuna.
Yeah, he sure did it. He did it. He didn't attempt. He put him out. They took him out on a forklift. How embarrassing is that?
Boy, folks, I'll tell you, this is going to be one of them old, just get in your face, old-time slobber knockers.
Slobber knockers.
Two big old a 458-pounder Vader, and this man who is ready to fight.
You think he's 100%? You think Yokozuna's 100% after 7 weeks?
Well, he's not limping. That's one good sign. But only time will tell if that huge man, the biggest ever to compete in the WWF, is physically at 100%. Mentally, I know he's ready.
Here we go.
This one will not be pretty.
Whoa.
And it won't last long if they're going to stand there and exchange those big right hands. You talk about clubs. Yokozuna knocking Vader back into the corner. Vader, I don't think wants any part of this right now. Yeah, look at Cornette trying to say it's up. Yokozuna got him in the throat, which may be true. I couldn't see it from my vantage point. Vader got that one leg on the outside. He wants to make sure that the referee stays between Yokozuna and the man from the Rocky Mountains. And someone should get that polyester wearing Jim Cornette off the apron. Folks, we are live. We're happy you're with us here in Charleston, South Carolina. We certainly thank you for being with us here at In Your House. Beware of Dog 2. And I think Mother Nature's smiling a little bit on us here this week. Yokozuna ready for those sumo. I don't understand why the referee is allowing Cornette, well, finally, down on the floor where he belongs. He actually belongs outside, but that's another story. Well, it's like a demolition derby, the Joey Chitwood Thrill Show with 18-wheelers. I think Yokozuna's ready.
Vader's having second thoughts.
Yes, he is. Vader, I think, likes to pick his spots.
Nothing wrong with that.
Well, Vader down a three-point football stance. Yokozuna in a sumo stance. Quite a camera shot right there. False start. Vader, I don't think Vader wants any part of Yokozuna on a level playing field.
Got to wait for an opening, go back after the leg that he's already done the damage to 7 weeks ago.
Maybe Cornette's trying to instill some verbal courage into Vader. Because Vader knows the pain and the agony that Yokozuna went through just under 2 months ago. And I'll tell you, Vader intimidates a lot of people, Perfect.
No doubt about it. I mean, this man, the agility and the ability that he has in that ring, I can't believe he can move like that at his 460-some pounds.
Well, he intimidates a lot of folks, I was about to say, but not Yokozuna. Now they're
There we go.
They're ready. Here we go. This should be quite an impact. We are ready to see it. Oh, come on. Come on. Well, these fans here in Charleston are not too pleased with Mr. Vader's courage. And Yokozuna obviously is getting very, very frustrated. The former two-time WWF champion wants to get it on.
Maybe that's Vader's strategy to frustrate Yokozuna.
Well, maybe the third time will be the charm here. They seem to be ready. Yokozuna's been ready. All right, here we go. Vader down, three-point stance. Yokozuna the wide base, and Yokozuna just ran through.
I can't believe it. Vader can't believe it.
Yokozuna the clothesline, and Vader at 458 goes up, he goes over, and he goes down.
Jim Cornette can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Cornette has got to get his big man, his mastodon, refocused here. You may need to go see the Wizard and get a shot of courage down that yellow brick road. And there's a big right hand, Yokozuna meeting Vader coming in.
Whoa. That'll break your eardrum.
Oh, hard rights and lefts to the head. Vader taking those shots.
That's what he's doing. He's cupping the hand so he can pop the eardrum. Vader's no dummy.
Vader measuring Yokozuna. And Yokozuna single pickup. That's unusual.
He's going to try to put Vader in the hospital.
And using that 660, Yokozuna dropped it all on the leg of Vader. Vader now, who's very athletic for a big man, very quick for a big man, will see now perhaps his quickness evaporate thanks to that big move by Yokozuna using this 660 pounds to his advantage.
Wow.
Too bad Cornette doesn't let loser leave the WWF stipulation.
Wow, I still can't believe that.
Look at Vader. That impact for his knee brace loose. Vader noticeably limping, coming back into the ring, favoring that left leg.
Good, he blocked it.
Oh, that right got in. That right got in. Vader caught Yokozuna right on the button with that right hand, and now Vader has the advantage. And when Vader's on the advantage, he's as dangerous as he can be. Oh, Yokozuna. Another single leg pickup. Another surprise. Get out of there. And Yokozuna dropping it all one more time on that left leg.
I've never seen Vader take it off his feet like this before.
Very unique strategy by Yokozuna. Understand that the $1 Million Man is on the WWF Superstar line. That's on option 8. And Lord knows what he's saying. Now that he's going to be out of the WWF, that's on option 8 at 1-900-737-4WWF. Vader has a cheap shot. Now Vader likes to get his opponents in the corner. I'm surprised he didn't keep Yokozuna there.
He's got a handful of hair, too. Gonna slam him.
He's what?
He's gonna slam him.
The only man I've ever seen slam Yokozuna, I can recall, is Ahmed Johnson.
Oh, his knee.
Vader can't get, I don't know if he might slam him, I don't know. Uh-oh. Yokozuna! There's some impact for you. Again, using that mass to his advantage.
I think Vader is stunned. I don't think he knows what hit him.
Yokozuna using the size. That's what he's got to do. And soon, perhaps sooner than later, the stamina, the conditioning factor is going to come into play in this match. Yokozuna engulfing Vader to the corner. Take one more look. This is high impact here.
Look at it. All the weight coming down on Vader.
Live action on the right. That was a Samoan drop. Yokozuna now is in control here. Yokozuna, can he put Vader away? Watch this. Boom!
Man.
That is 660 coming down on your rib cage. Oh, Vader. Can you say bonsai?
Oh, no.
In any language, it is devastating. Yokozuna is going up. What a Cornette. Get. Oh. Yokozuna caught the racket. And, oh, Cornette. Cornette brought inside by Yokozuna. Referee got to get Cornette out of there. And Cornette is in no man's land.
Come on, Vader, get up.
Or in big man's land. Cornette wants to make friends. Cornette fired and humiliated Yokozuna. And Yokozuna just giving Cornette a nice, firm handshake and a nice, stiff headbutt. Nope. Hey, uh-oh.
Why isn't Yokozuna getting disqualified for touching the manager?
Because Cornette's the guy that came in the ring.
Oh, he's gonna drop down on
Yokozuna going up.
No way.
Cornette could be bonsai. No. This will be the last we'll ever see of Cornette. It's going to be over. Cornette's out of here.
He can't do that.
Oh, no. Vader pulling Cornette out of the way. Oh.
He dropped on the leg.
Vader going right for that leg.
Oh, he's finding his opening. He's going for it.
That's that injured leg. No. 450 pounds across the leg. Yokozuna's leg has been damaged again. Vader's trying to destroy Yokozuna. There's a Vader bomb.
Oh, that's over, Ross. This may do it. Yes.
It's over. Vader. You talk about hard fought and intense. Vader took his opportunities. He took a shortcut